Alrighty, sorry folks for the delay there a little bit. I'm having issues, it appears, with StreamYard or something. How's my audio? Let's not ban anybody, please, or time anybody out unless they are whatever. Let's try to just delete the message, give them a warning, and if they continue to act up, then just time them out for 5 minutes. If they do it again, third time strike, then they get timed out for 24 hours. But we're going to get into some stuff here in just a second here. Welcome everybody. Please hit the like if you could. I did set a goal. Any help is appreciative. So it's $2 and up goes towards the goal. I got it set for 3 hours. I plan on going all day, half the night. We'll see. I'll be back if we have people up on panel because I got a few things I got to do in between. So I'm also dog sitting another dog. So I've got to occasionally take one of the dogs out or both of them, whatever. So I may have to leave for 2 or 3 minutes, whatever, here and there, and that sort of thing, all that good stuff. Also, just to kind of start out, do you guys see that Jelly Roll is suing his now, I believe this official, they're now his now ex-wife, Bunny, Bunny X or X Bunny or whatever. I can't think of the name, but those of you that know who Jelly Roll is, he's suing her now. I just saw that before I went live. That's wild. That is wild. So yeah, we're not going to have a bunch of trolling BS from morons. So you will be your messages will be erased, and if you continue, like I said, your second time you get a 5 minute timeout. Third time you get a 24-hour timeout. So we're not putting up with any BS from idiots. I've got a bunch of documents that I just got today, some from early this morning and some from just right before the stream. So I don't have the space to upload them. Um, so I don't know. We'll have somebody maybe come up. We want to do redactions. We're not going to do last names, okay? We're not going to do addresses and family members and all that stuff. But somebody said they weren't convicted on something, but the records show otherwise. We'll get to that in a little bit too. Welcome everybody in. I am having Tommy. You were having issues too. I saw. I don't know if it's your phone, to be honest with you. I think it's maybe YouTube or StreamYard, whatever you're using, because I'm having some issues too. I don't know if I'm buffering or anything. How's the audio? Hope it's okay. I'm not going to do a whole lot of fancy stuff tonight because I don't want to mess up uh, any my phone, whatever it's doing that keeps screwing up and freezing. So I'm not going to do a bunch of fancy stuff tonight. Today, tonight, wherever you're at on here, too much, like, putting stuff on screen too much or whatever. As far as people's comments, we do have the side chat comment up on the right. Just kind of trying to stay in one spot here and just, wait, did I even drop the link? Let me drop the link. Hey, what's up, everybody? Like, I think I saw Late Night Mike. Let me get to everybody a little bit. Hey, what's up, Late Night Mike? How you doing? Earthlight spokesman, eat the light. Please behave in here. Eat the light. You've been kind of starting some stuff in Tommy's as well. I don't have an idea who you are, but I do not exactly know who you are. But I'm surprised you haven't been banned in CPP. I usually don't ban anybody unless it's absolutely necessary in Tommy's channel because I know that the other moderators know more what to ban or time out more than I do. I just mainly drop links. If I see a dox, obviously, I'll get rid of that or something that's a threat or a false allegation or something like that if I catch it. But usually, even then, by the time I catch it, one of the other mods has already got it. Um, so, but anyways, let me see where we're at here. Let me get over to chat. That way I can have the chat in front of me here. All right. Yeah. So yeah, I just found that out a little while before I went live that that Jelly Roll he did a short. There may be a video on it. I just saw the short, but he said he's suing his ex-wife Bunny. I'm actually subscribed to her on YouTube. That's crazy. I can't remember exactly what for, but he, at the end of the short, he said, I am not giving her any more money or something like that. But that's not the subject of today. But anyways, let me get everything set up here. I think I got everything good and ready to go to the best of my knowledge here. If you guys want to share this out, hit the like. I'd appreciate that. Again, $2 and up will go towards the goal. Help me out if you can, because since a lot of people think we're a bunch of grifters, why not grift? So here we are. Yeah, I set up the goal. I don't usually set it up anymore, but I set it up there. It's there. Nobody has to utilize it, obviously, but it's there. I set it for 3 hours. But yeah, I set it for $2 and up. Of course, my Cash App's the same, $ MVCap Southwest. I need to get that changed, by the way. I don't want that name on my Cash App. I don't know how to change it right now, so, but that is my Cash App is MVCap Southwest. But anyways. Oh boy, where do we start? I need to get the link drop. That's what I wanted to do. Sorry about that, folks. Let me get the link real quick. We're not gonna have a bunch of just anarchy on the panel. Okay, so if that's, I mean, I'll let a lot of people up, even people I don't really get along with, I will let up. Most people, but we're not gonna have total anarchy. And if you screw it up, then you're banned from my StreamYard. You won't be able to come up anymore. I may put a time limit on it the first time, but yeah, we're not dealing with that. So you guys know what words you can say, what words you can't. If you're not sure, when in doubt, just leave it out. All right, or abbreviate it, or use another word that rhymes with it, or something. I don't know. That's all I ask. Hey, so anyways, what's up, Tommy? Sabrier, Sabrier. Cheryl, eat the light. Haystacks in the house. Let's see. Late Night Mike, spokesman and co-founder. We got Clown Force. We got somebody that's already got some messages deleted. Or was timed out for a half hour. My bad. Yeah, this tried to time out that long for. Well, they did already get warnings, so I guess that kind of makes sense. Again, you guys, if you want to talk in here, just obey the rules. All right. It's not that hard. I know a lot of the other side. I didn't want to say the other side. I'm not in any community. I am me. I'm just me. But I'm just saying these morons, they just don't know how not to commit crimes. They don't know how to behave. They don't know how to be an adult. They don't know how to be kind. They don't know how to act their age. They just don't understand it. So, what can you do? What can you do? But yeah. Um, let's see. I miss. I'm sure I miss some people. I do it. But hey, what's up, Cap? Jedi's moral compass. What's up? I don't know. That's probably a troll. Just behave. That's all I ask. What's up, Hobby? How you doing? So, anyways, let me get this link pinned here. I think I've got it saved right here. There we go. Let me go ahead and just pin it too. I have the opportunity. That way I don't have to worry about posting it over and over. What just happened there? Did it pin? Oh, good Lord. Yeah, it pinned. Okay, good. All right. I don't know why it pins in the bottom now. And I know, Tommy, what you were talking about like last night, like certain things. Hey, you do what you got to do. That's why you have a wrench in here. If you need to take care of something, you take care of it. That's why you're a moderator. All mods. Um, and if you want to block somebody, uh, actually, I know as a managing mod, you can block people. Like, I think that means block, like, as far as YouTube. I mean, I'm sorry, Google blocking. So if I need to do that, I can give you a managing mod for that, Tommy, if need be. Uh, so, but yeah. Anyways, I was just gonna discuss some things, and then I saw some stuff. Well, technically last night, to be honest with you, and then this morning, and then more stuff just before I went live. On the Urban Disciple. All right, the Urban Disciple. What's up, Wolfpack? I don't want to do this. I hate doing this, but he threatened during an active federal investigation. Wow, that's a crazy move right there. Literally during in the middle of a very a very heated, actually there's more than one investigation, but yeah, federal investigation, he decides to start threatening and lying, and he's in his feels. He's hurt. And here's the thing. I went up to Gomez's panel. By the way, is Gomez here tonight? What's up, late night, Mr. P? What's going on? Sorry, I had to bail out of chat yesterday because something came up and I couldn't even say bye. I just had to bolt. So apologies. Happens a lot. I'll be in a chat, I'll be involved, and then something comes up and I don't even have time to even say peace out or goodbye. So, but anyways, I'm not for sure exactly what you were talking about, but it seemed like something rather important. So I apologize if I didn't understand the whole context of what you were talking about. I was mainly just saying hi to everybody. But I was hoping to stay, but you know what? Like again, I'm dealing with personal stuff, here. So sometimes, I just gotta go. But I appreciate you being here. We got Clown, CPPWV. Let's see. Jumad, Jeff, he is the best. Give Tony Man Jumad. I don't know why that was timed out. Don't time out. Just yeah, that's not. I don't think that's really a message. Time out. Let's not try to time out. I mean, to remove. Let's just try to keep everything in the chat, please, please. Okay. Unless they're doxing or they're talking about children in a they're talking about people's children, or they're threatening or whatever, and screenshot it. Send me the screenshot through DMs or text, wherever you have of me. And then we'll go, I'll look at it later and we'll blah, blah, blah. Let's try not to ban anybody. Please screenshot whatever message you time out because I have to have everything for evidence. Look, I will say some of this stuff, and I'm allowed to say this. So, Kelly, welcome in. Um, so, anyways, I have so much stuff along with other people. So, I just found it easier to give the FBI my phones and say, here, just dump it. Because I'd have to go out and buy flash drives, of around 3 or 4 terabytes worth of flash drives. And then pick all the stuff I need for evidence to put on the flash drives. And I'm not that tech savvy, so I'm just like, here you go. Just dump them. I mean, there's some stuff on there that has nothing to do with the investigations. Just ignore all that and you can have the rest. So it just makes it easier for me and them. So I'm just doing it that way. But they're still also gathering evidence. So, but I'll leave it at that. I better stop at that one right there. What's up, Cruz Air? I don't know what's going on. I hope you're doing good. I seen you shouting out some people that's doing some really horrible stuff, man. Just be careful. I don't want anybody to insert themselves into it's a very heated investigation right now. They are literally on the ball right now. They are on fire with this thing. So yeah, just be careful. Trolling about it or whatever. I'm serious. I don't want people getting in trouble for the wrong thing, and that's something that Constantine never understood. He was getting himself involved, inserting himself into the swatting investigation early on, and I was literally so the whole call me cons thing, I was trying to talk to him in private to tell him, say, hey, you might not want to say this, you might not want to go in this chat, you might want to, you know what I mean? But whatever, that people are going to do what they're going to do, and it's whatever's going to happen is going to happen. But I'm just telling you, there are people, whether they're suspects, persons of interest, or simply just witnesses, or if the FBI has questions, they're going to knock on your door, folks. They're going to give you a call or whatever they do. I'm sure. I don't know. I'm not them. All I know is they are watching the chat, they're watching the panels, they're seeing what people are saying, what people are posting. And so if you get a call or a knock, you got to understand, hey, well, be careful what you say. Be careful what you do. Or maybe you're just simply a witness or a victim of some of these people. So I'm just saying, just FYI, there you go. Do what you want, do as you will, believe what you want, believe what you will, whatever. Do what you want, whatever. What's up, Shizzle? Let me give you a wrench, Shizzle. Let me give you a wrench. All right, I don't want to give out too much more wrenches, but I'll give you a wrench there, Shizzle. Um, But anyways, so that's where we're at. Um, I'm not going to sit here and monologue for hours. So the goal is obviously to have people up. Hey, Tommy, by the way, great panel last night. And that's the kind of panel I like to have. Yeah, there was some drama, some things we discussed, and that's what we're going to do today. We can also have a good time doing it, and we don't have to, have an all out, like you said, WW3, WW4 up here. All right, so we can do that. You know what I mean? So we can have a panel, we can have fun, we can talk about other stuff too, but there's some other things we need to go over. So we'll kind of mix it up a little bit and see what happens. Um, I wish I had time and I wish I had the space to upload all these new documents I just received. But see, I I'm full. I have no space because I'm uploading documents from another panel that I was going to do. I still am, but I'm not even done with that yet. Let alone I don't have the space to upload the new documents I got on Urban Disciple. So I'm sorry, I just don't have them. So I'm not going to get into too much detail on a lot of stuff. Now, if Sabby or somebody else, I don't know whoever has what, or they want to come up, I do ask that you redact last names, addresses. I don't care if they're public record. We're going to redact all that. Um, you know, but first name is fine. That meets TOS and all that stuff. And do 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 do. Um, you know what? I honestly do not know how to turn that down. I have tried HE double hockey sticks to turn that notification noise down, and I cannot figure out. So my apologies for that. That may go off once in a while during the stream. Plus, I also downloaded some new apps for my phone, like Malwarebytes and some other stuff, and I'm still learning all these new things, and they have all these notifications, and I'm still learning it all. So, um, what are we doing there? Um, um, okay, Liz says, yeah, you don't have to time that out. I don't think that's something you need to time out. Or, I mean, whatever you call it, message you have to erase. Again, folks, it's not erase any messages unless it's a docs. Well, I guess that kind of is a docs, but I don't know. Just try to try to leave chat alone, please. That's all I ask. Just please. And don't time him out as a first warning. Just erase the message and say in chat so and so screen name. Say, hey, there's your first warning. Next one's a 5-minute timeout. Next one is a 24-hour timeout. But anyways, moving on. Jedi's Moral Compass. I don't even know who that is. I did see Ryan's catch afterwards, and I'll be honest with you, MV Cap Ryan. That catch, I think it was yesterday. Of course, he don't like to call it catches no more because he's got a couple marbles just floating around up there and a hamster that's not rolling the wheel very very fast. But I will say I have to give credit where credit is due. As far as a catch is concerned, he got an arrest, so good for him. Good for Ryan on that. I'll leave it at that. But I'll be honest with you. I was probably 5, maybe 10 minutes into it, and I was about to exit out because the guy, of course, as usual, he was trying to get away, and Ryan, not he's not very sociable. He doesn't always come up with the right words, and whatever. And I was like, oh no, it's just gonna be another runner, and that's it. And he's gonna be yeah, and then he's gonna do like 5,000 follow up streams because whatever. But thank goodness I did hang in there, and yeah, the cops showed up, and the only thing I didn't understand is why Ryan didn't record the arrest. Like, I just don't understand that. Um, he just walked away. The cops said, "Okay, we're going to do this. We got this. Here's where we're going to send the information." And he's like, okay, thanks. And he puts the camera down and walks away and then turns it off. I'm like, dude, stay to the end. Record till the end. So I don't know if he got arrested on spot. I assume he did. But why not record that? I don't know. It is what it is. I'm not a catcher anymore, folks. So it is what it is. IndyCap X Southwest Cruise. Yeah, exactly. IndyCap X. Well, it should be like X IndyCap Southwest. But yeah, I get what you're saying. We got Blazing Telly Pilgrim, the Barbarian. Did I miss anybody? Let's see here. So yeah, the link is pinned. So let's do this. Who wants to come up? Anybody want to come up? Maybe we'll start out talking about whatever. We can talk about whatever. We'll go from there. Again, if somebody's going to show any of these documents, I ask you to please redact last names, addresses, family members, whatever on there. We're not going to do that. But I do appreciate that. What's up, Not Roy? YouTube news and chat. We can't take Ryan's word, I think is what you meant. Ward, but I think you meant word. Yeah, of course. I get that. But yeah, that's I never really thought about that too much until you mentioned that. Like the way, but I don't think he's gonna lie about that because he knows people are gonna look it up. You know what I mean? People dig. That's all they know how to do. It seems like is they dig, 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 dig. But I'm pretty sure he's telling the truth. So was that his third catch of the year, fourth catch of the year? I don't know. And we're in July, so okay, congrats, Ryan. You got approximately a catch a month so far, which is better than I thought, to be honest with you. So yeah, I don't whatever. Um, I got to give credit where credit is due. So congrats, Ryan. Let's see who's backstage. Oh, we got B More. What's up, B More? How you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Doing good, doing good. How are you? I was so busy yesterday, and then I was awake for 2 days. I mean, I had like a nap here and there. I
Yeah,
just couldn't sleep, and then yesterday I was like, you know what? I I I did everything I needed to do. I was like, I'm gonna crash, and this is like 9 in the morning because I'd been up literally almost 2 nights straight, except from like like falling asleep for short periods of time.
yeah.
And I worked really like physical hard yesterday and all day and everything. And finally last night, at some point after Tommy's panel, I finally was able to go to sleep. And then I woke up, of course, like at 5, 6 in the morning.
Did you feel refreshed after the sleep?
I did, but I was tired. I was groggy, but it felt good. Like I felt like, this is nice. And then
Yeah,
uh,
yeah. You still had an element of fatigue in you, but you were feeling a little relief, I guess.
right. And I just, I took care of the dogs. I did my thing. And then I came back in and I started to get tired again. And I think I fell asleep for maybe an hour, maybe 45 minutes again, kind of a half awake, half sleep thing.
Yeah.
And then I got up and I made one of my homemade iced coffee drinks that I make. It's a concoction that I came up with a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I just kind of did that. I didn't want. I had coffee left over from yesterday in the pot, and I was like, you know what? I'll just make an iced coffee. It's hot, so I
I'll
just
tell
made an
you,
iced coffee.
there's nothing like coffee and cannabis, but I gotta say, coffee, it helped me with like not thinking about booze anymore. Like totally. And I didn't even need AA. I just stay in my
Yeah,
house and just don't go anywhere. If I have a drink, it's when somebody brings me something, which is not often. I mean, it's like
yeah,
months apart. Like, but totally, I'm like a different person than I was, say, 3, 4 years ago. Because I
yeah,
was drinking all the time, like it's never good. But
yeah. Well,
especially, yeah, especially when you
I
got a
got somebody
neurotic.
back. I'm sorry. I just got somebody backstage
Oh,
here.
that's
I hate
cool.
to
That's
interrupt, but
cool.
I just gotta make sure it's the right person. But you know, again, oh, they left. Shoot. Okay. Sorry. Go ahead then, I guess.
Well, like, did the person have a handle or a name for the YouTube name?
Um, I'm not for sure if this is the right one. Oh, hello?
Hi,
Hello?
Jen.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Hello?
Liz, I haven't talked to you in a while.
Hi, Jen. That's why I'm pulling up just to say a quick hi to Jeff and Jen.
Yeah, how
I'm
you
having
doing?
trouble hearing you a little bit. I don't know. There's something might be wrong with your audio a little bit.
How's that? Is that a little bit better?
Yeah, that's a little better.
I'll
You
hold
got
the
kind of an
phone.
echo.
Oh, is there an echo? Do you want me to hop down again?
No, you're actually
No,
better
we're
now. I
fine.
think it sounds a little better.
Okay. All
How's
right.
it sound down in chat, everybody? Is there an echo in chat? No, I'm letting almost anybody up, people. Don't just calm down. I'll let almost anybody up during these kinds of panels. Um, so don't say kick this person or kick that person. But anyways, go
Well,
ahead, Liz. What's on your mind?
yeah. I just came up because I'm banned again in your chat and I don't know what I wrote wrong.
Oh, um, I don't know. I thought you said something earlier. You were timed out. You weren't banned, to the best of my knowledge. I'll double
Oh,
check though.
timed out. Right.
Let me see if you were if you were. Yeah, you're not hidden. You were just you should be good now. That was at the beginning. It was a
Oh,
5 second,
good. Oh, good.
so you
Okay.
should be good to go.
Oh, that's good. I was just wondering what Urban did. Is that the title of the stream?
Urban Deflection Farms. It's just kind of a play on words. Yeah. So what happened is PI for Hire had an open panel a few days ago, give or take, and I was late to the party. But I got there and I read the room for a little bit, and all I saw was some people saying that he had some charges. I didn't know what the charges were. I didn't know if there was convictions, what they were about. I just saw allegations and some other things. And I said, you know what? I'll hop up on Gomez's. I've only been up on his panel a few times. And I come up there and I was kind and positive. Clown was up there, and then let's see, your urban disciple, and he was up there, and then of course ABC, and anyways, we just got to talking, and I was simply asking questions. UD was asking questions, and he took it to a whole nother level. He would ask me a question, I would answer, and then he would say, "Well, why do you keep repeating yourself and running your mouth?" So I was trying to be as kind as possible until it was time not to be so kind. When people take my kindness for weakness, I then I respond in a different way. Anyways, yeah, that's
I
kind of a
hear
long
you
story
there,
short.
man. Like when you're kind to people and they think that, yeah, he's just a weakling. Yeah, dude, I don't stand for that shit.
Yeah, I mean, people. I don't understand it, to be honest with you. Some people's situations, I just don't understand why they act that way. But
I got you. Yeah.
oh wait, I got the wrong. I'm sorry, I hit the wrong. Where's it at? Oh, there we go. Like I said, oh boy, this phone better not lock up on me. If it does, I'll have to probably drop down, and if somebody could stay up on the panel, if I have to do that, and then come back up another one. But again, it might be YouTube or StreamYard. I don't know. But yeah, all I ask is people not, threaten, break the law in chat or dox or whatever, and everybody's fine. Just chat away. So we're not going to try to, ban anybody or time anybody out if possible, um, or whatever. So
Hey, is that Jedi's moral compass? Who is that?
I have no clue.
Jedi's moral compass. There. Yeah. Well, you know, it's just kind of a little bit humorous.
Yeah, there's another one too. The Chingy Kawasaki Ninja something. Who knows? I don't know why people just don't come here with their regular accounts. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Hey
You guys
Jeff,
can come in your regular accounts. What's that?
do you puff, man?
I just got my vape. Yeah, my
Oh yeah,
nicotine
dude.
vape.
Oh, I mean like cannabis.
No, I haven't had cannabis in a couple. I'm just guesstimating here, at least a couple months, and I haven't drank in 6.5 months.
Wow,
As of
dude.
midnight tonight, it'd be 6.5 months.
Yeah, I've gone many months without having a drink, and like I totally like it helped to get on panels. I think once in a while I get drunk on panels and then just kind of regret it. But
That's
like,
what I was doing for years. Yeah.
yeah, dude. But like, at the same time, it helped keep me sober, just to not like one. But also the cannabis helps keep me sober too. I mean, as far as sober from alcohol, you know.
hmm That's the main reason why I was using it quite a bit when I quit drinking. I was using the indica, and that really
Yeah.
helped too. And then after a while, I just didn't buy anymore. Yeah. So I just got my water, my vitamin water, my supplements, my vape. And that's my next project is my nicotine.
Yeah,
That's
man.
gonna be a hard one.
Dude, like I've got 4 cigarettes for another 24 hours, and I haven't been like that out of cigarettes for a long time, so I'm gonna have to really be diligent.
Yeah.
Um, like the way I'm trying to quit is I take a couple puffs off the smoke, then put it out. Leave it for a couple hours, take another couple puffs, put it out. Leave another couple hours, and so on. So like that's how I'm. And when you know you're doing well, if you can get a buzz like you did when you're a child, you know, like I haven't felt that in so long. But it
Uh,
also kind of combines with the vertigo, so I really don't like that.
yeah. Yeah.
But,
I'm putting that on screen for law enforcement to look at in case they. I mean, they're recording, but it's yeah. So they think it's Jeff's delusion. Um, I almost said the agent's name. I'm not, of course, but yeah. There you go. There. Yeah. Go ahead and keep thinking that. You're a baby, Jeff. All right, that's fine. Maybe you need to be maybe have a little chitty chat with the agent too. I don't know. It's up to them. But anyways, um, is there anything else you'd like to say, Liz? I don't know. We're just kind of, I don't like dead air too much, so I'm just letting everybody talk here.
Hi, Jeff. Yeah, I'm just cooking breakfast.
Oh yeah, yeah. That's about yeah. It's breakfast time there. Yeah.
I'm at the bottom of what's the time there, Jeff?
My time. I'm in Mountain Time. It's almost 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
Oh, nice. And I just wanted to mention to Jim that hadn't had a chance to talk to him because I deleted my Facebook. And once you delete Facebook, all Messenger goes. So for everyone on my messages, like I couldn't contact, but Jim, I've got your email, so I can send you an email.
oh,
Or
cool. Yeah, as long as you got my email,
I
yeah.
got it. Yeah, yeah. But when I did it, it was like I had to do it, like all of a sudden, and I didn't get the chance to message anybody. Nobody on my messenger list. So that's all sorted now, anyway.
Well, like, did you send something? Because I don't think gotten anything from you on there.
Not yet. Not yet. I
All
haven't.
right.
No, but
Like,
when I saw you up here, I thought, yeah, I'll come and hang. I'll hang with Jeff and Jim. You two have never abused the living shit out of me like everybody else. Sorry. Sorry. But
Well,
yeah,
I will say that I was going to ask you, Liz, and I'm not trying to
sure.
argue. I'm just simply
No, no.
addressing
Sorry. Bear
this.
in mind, I haven't eaten yet, but go ahead.
Well, no, I have seen some things that you've said about me in other chats that was not too kind, and I don't understand why you're doing that. You know what I mean? I don't understand that. I try to be kind to everybody, even people that I may not agree with about things or whatever. Like I said with my panels, I try to have everybody up, almost. Everybody
What did
up,
I,
and I.
what did I say in other chats that wasn't
Well, I don't
kind?
have them all memorized, obviously, but just stuff
Well,
like
give me an
like in
example.
gilfs and just other NTFs or whatever streams, just negative stuff about me. Jeff's a liar is one of them, I remember.
Oh yeah,
Or
because of what you agreed when Clown put through my book into the AI that time when Nonya replayed two I think both streams added up to about 8 hours worth of my true life story, Jeff, and you accepted that, and yeah, and all the lies and the twists that AI stuffed up with my book, and I remember you
well,
speaking
hold on.
afterwards.
Wait, you caught me off guard. Just let me make sure I understand the context. So the book
Sure.
reading you're saying
Yeah.
was not directly from your book, but it was AI. I mean, I'm trying to get the context. You're saying there's lies in your book or lies from the AI book reading? I don't think AI did the book reading. I think it was somebody in the community.
It was, and yeah, but he used AI to do his voice. So, like, he wasn't reading it word for word. It was just so convoluted and twisted. And of course, I'm not saying my book's got lies in it. You're kidding, right? Are you kidding? Are
Well,
you
I'm just
kidding?
no, I'm just you mentioned.
Who's
I'm just
that?
asking questions. Yeah. So what did
What
the
kind of
AI say? The
Anyway,
AI.
I'll just go back to the point originally that you said I was being unkind, because that threw me for a loop, especially you as a recovering addict, right? Like, it,
Well, the whole addict thing, I kind of went along with some people. Even the doctor told me, I don't think you're an alcoholic per se. You were just, when I would drink, I would take it way too far. Does that make sense? It wasn't like I was drinking all the time, but when I did drink most of the time, I was drinking way too much.
right. So I used the wrong word there. Sorry, Jeff. Not addict. No, just I have to say it, like just trying to get control of it. Some
Right.
control over your own actions and life. But yeah, that threw me for a loop. But anyway, that's all over and done with. Like I understand. Like I get, I've done that before with other people. I get carried away in chats and just roll with it. But you know, that was like, targeted, and it wasn't just one stream. I mean, God, she did like 5 streams in a row for 6 hours at a time, just constantly. Not all about my book, but yeah, and yeah, you were part of all that. But
Well, I was in
yeah,
and out. Yeah, I had a hard time grasping everything from the book because
yeah.
I was multitasking, but there's a lot of things, in that book that shocked me. That's definitely a fact. There was
What
somebody
was
whoever was backstage. I
nomadic,
went
yeah?
to.
Have you
Well,
left, have you
one,
lived
one
a sheltered life? Sorry to interrupt. Have you
no, there is a little bit of an echo. I don't, but there's so I didn't mean to talk over. I'm just saying there was somebody backstage. I went to go see who it was. They dropped down, so whoever it was, you might want to try again. But go ahead.
have you led a very sheltered life?
You're really muffled, Liz. I don't know what the situation is there.
And I'll move again. Sorry. Have
That's
you
Uh,
better.
led, have you led a very sheltered life, Jeff?
Why I'm having such a hard time hearing you. I'm so sorry. I just can't. Let me go to my settings here and see if it'll let me
Um,
uh, adjust the audio.
Can you hear me, Jeff?
I can hear you a little bit. You just got to speak louder, is all.
Mm. My question was, have you led a very sheltered life?
Have I lived a sheltered life?
Yeah.
Oh no, the furthest from it.
So,
I had a
so why would,
wild life up until a few
wow.
years ago. A few years ago, I had
So
a
why
very.
would, right, so why would you be shocked by what a heroin addict has lived through?
Well, I had a lot of friends that died from heroin overdoses, unfortunately, during the epidemic in the Texas
Yeah,
and Dallas Fort Worth in the 90s, early 2000s.
yeah.
A lot of my
Mm-hmm.
friends passed away.
Mm-hmm.
And I tried it one time. I didn't use a needle. They called it Chiva. We just used our nose. But I tried it one time. That was it. And then everybody else started doing kind of like the Chiva thing. And then I moved across the United States, and I went back to visit. I want to say about a little less than a year later, and a lot of my friends were shooting it up, and they were full blown, you know. And I've never heard stories. Now they had some stories. Don't get me wrong. My friend that passed, one of my really good friends that passed away from a relapse later on, he had done some things like he would like steal money or from a family member, or just to get, or sell family heirlooms to get his heroin. But I never heard of anybody abusing children. And that's what in your book you talk about how you let your children get a hold of methadone, and you were abusive towards them, and I can't hear you. You're try coming down and coming back up, because it's just very, very. Yeah. Be more. If you could say something, I'm just trying to figure out where this is coming from. I don't know where
Uh,
the.
I think I'm good. I think right.
Yeah, I think it was her end. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it sounded like it was kind of like washing out, you know.
Yeah. Okay, I think we're good. I think she was having the audio issues. We'll see what happens here. But yeah, but anyways, I before we get into this, and Liz, if you could just hang on for a little bit, I need to get out what I want to say a little bit. Urban Disciple, let me tell you something. We had our discussion on PI for Hires, aka ABC Gomez, whatever you want to call him, okay? We had our talk. It's not about who won or who lost. Yes, we can joke around and have a little fun. People can have their opinions. I had mine, everybody had theirs and whatnot. That wasn't really the point. The point of it is I answered your questions. You bounced around a lot of your answers and or questions, especially when you tried to answer certain stuff. You dilly daddled around, and then when I wasn't even up there that long, and then when I finally left, I mean I needed to leave like 10 minutes ago before I actually did leave, and I stayed up, for a little bit longer, and so there's no rage quitting. I'm not a 20 year, no offense to you younger generation. I'm 50 years old. I don't care about the little terms like rage quitting and all that crap. When I need to go, I need to go. If I
Yeah,
need to go cook dinner, if I need to go drive somewhere, if I need to take out the dog, whatever it may be, I gotta go. I gotta go. I don't care what they want to call it, but yeah, Urban Disciple, Ryan, you lost. I'm sorry, you lost the battle. And now I'm getting reports, public records, that allegedly, because I haven't skimmed through them over completely, so I'll just say the word allegedly right now. I don't have any room or time to upload them right now, but it looks like, from what I've seen so far, that you were convicted of something. Let's just put it that way. There was a lot of dismissals on there as well, I saw. But then you did a stream. So I'm not talking to you, B more. I'm talking to him.
yeah, I
But
got.
it's kind of what the stream's about, really. But then you go live yesterday, and then he started making threats towards me, towards Clown Force, etc., etc., etc. Actual threats. So let me tell you something, especially at the heat of these investigations going on right now, me, certain people here on YouTube, some of my friends, and of course my family, our attorneys, etc., etc., etc. We are not taking anything lightly at all. We're done being playing Mr. Nice Guy. That's over with now. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy. So I'm not just going to sweep things under the rug anymore. The cops aren't. The FBI's not. Our attorneys, plural, are not. So we're not going to just take things and sweep them under the rug anymore. So, yeah, I would be careful of your choice of words. And that goes for anybody who wants to attack me or my family or make false accusations. And I would assume other people as well. I'm not going to speak for anybody else, but yeah, you just don't go around calling people. He's obsessed with any little thing you say. Like I say, like for instance, I say "hasta la pasta." Google it, people. Google it. I learned that when I was like 19 years old from my boss. I was an armed security guard at that time. I was a young man. And he used to say, and he moved from Kentucky to New Mexico. So, he would kind of mix his country accent, if you will, Southern accent, whatever you want to call it, with our New Mexico accent, which is, he would say, hasta la pasta instead of hasta la vista, or hasta la nuega, whatever, all the other words. So he would say hasta la pasta. Of course, to me, it was just funny. And then I decided to Google it one day, and it's an actual term. It's kind of a funny way of saying, okay, goodbye, And he goes, he talks about pasta. Oh, he talks about, I was like, what? Okay, pasta. Okay, what about it? He tried to tell me I'm the neck of this snake that our first interview with, what we had on Behind the Barrier. There's a pedo ring, Mark Connors, and Robbie Lochner's a rock star, and he was talking about how they're going to court over it, and there's all kinds of victims, and he's a convicted child, and we're going to be careful what we say up here, but child, ped, whatever you want to throw in there. He's a convicted child ped. Mark Connors is Cruz, whatever he's called. He's got I think 2 names: Mark Connors Cruz or Mark Cruz Connors or whatever. So we briefly touched on that because he wanted to. He wanted the people to know about it. And but behind the scenes, he told me everything, and it's pretty wild. And then they started calling Robbie a liar. I was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do next, people? If we have a press conference on my channel and say the FBI wants to come up or whatever, the attorneys or whatever, are you gonna call them liars too? You're gonna call the judge a liar? You're gonna call the victims a liar?" To them, everything's a lie. And to be honest with you, I really could give a rat's ass what anybody else thinks because I know what I know, what I know, what I know. End of story. And it'll all come out in the end. That's kind of where I'll leave it for a little bit. But anyways, yeah, there's a lot of people that really do think they're like, oh, nobody's been arrested yet. There hasn't. Oh, yet. See, that's the key word right there is yet. Yet. Speaking of Urban Disciple, I think I told you not to come into my chat. I didn't go into your chat yesterday. I was actually sent some things. This is a terrible impression of. Okay, of what? A terrible impression of what? Oh, okay. The next sentence or word is me. All right. So you said you were not convicted of some of these crimes. I've got some documents. Again, I haven't went through them with a fine-tooth comb yet because I just received some of them right before I went live. But I'm just saying, looking over some of this stuff, there might be some deception, it looks like, that you might have made during that talk we had. But anyways, again, I didn't have the time nor the space to upload them to my StreamYard. So, I just can't pop a receipt. I know people here that have the receipts. I think there's a few people that are working on redacting some information on those receipts and documents that are public records. They may come up later and then present them. I'm not sure. We'll find out and see what happens. But, yeah, Ryan, Disciple, I'm not going to say your last name, but you might want to be careful what you say because inserting yourself in the middle of a heavy investigations, plural, you might want to be careful. Well, you do what you want. I can't tell you what to do. If you want to insert yourself into it, fine. You do what you're going to do, and then, pay the piper, I guess. The legal piper. However you want to say it. It's whatever you want to do. Anyways, that's my answer to that. But yeah, I did see his. Yeah, Telly, I did actually see that on his. Yeah. But anyways. But yeah, harassment is a real thing, Ryan, disciple. It is a real thing. Defamation of character is a real thing. Threats is a real thing. Character assassination is a real thing. I can go on and on. Oh, now he wants to come up on my panel. Now he wants to. I don't know. Should I let him up? Chat. Put a 1 in the chat if I should let Urban Disciple up. 2 if I shouldn't. We'll let the chat decide. Well, he's in the basement right now. 1, let him up. 2, don't let him up. He's in the basement. What do y'all think? We got 70 people here, I think. 1, let him up. 1, let him up. 1, let him up. 1, 1, 1, 1. All right. Let me get a banner or an overlay real quick, and we'll let him up. Urban Disciple, I know you can hear me. If you disobey the TOS, you'll be kicked immediately, and I'll never let you up again. So just understand that. Respect YouTube's terms of service, and respect the law. And let me get I'll just pull up something here. And to make sure it's actually him. All right, here we go. All right, sound check, and is that you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Good deal. Yes.
You're a little. Wait. Say test 1, test 2, just real quick.
Test 1, test 2.
Yep, you're clear. Go ahead. You got the floor.
Oh, I'm sorry, I was smoking, so
Yeah.
I didn't want the noise to get on you guys' nerves or anything.
Oh, I vape. It probably annoys people too, but I don't care. Go ahead.
Well, I was outside. No, I'm just listening to your story. A little bit.
So
a little bit
is
of it is not
okay.
true. I mean, you're kind of twisting into your side a little bit.
Okay.
The fact that you claim to not know the charges before you got up there, I think that's BS.
I didn't. I just got there. All I saw was one comment that says you have charges. I didn't even know until you told me that and then you admitted on your stream, because people send me stuff all the time. People can say, "Oh, everybody says," well, that's the truth. I'm not always on YouTube.
Okay.
But you actually admitted, and I got the screen recording, that you actually admitted to putting hands on a woman. You said it was for self-defense.
Well, it's not really self-defense.
I'm sorry, to restrain that woman.
There
Is what
you
you
go.
said.
Yeah, to restrain her. Yeah.
Which is self-defense. I mean, so you did admit to putting hands on a woman.
Sure. I put hands on lots of women. In sensual ways as well, not just violence,
Well, in that context, it was talking about your quote unquote dismissed case.
Yeah. So you read that?
I haven't read all the documents yet. I have them. I have them all.
Oh.
I just haven't went through with the fine-tooth comb yet. Like I said, there might be somebody that will come up here a little bit later on and present all those, and we'll redact your personal information, your address and all that stuff, and your last name. We'll redact all that, but I'm not going to sit there and just say you were convicted of this, that, or whatever until I actually go through it, unless somebody comes up and says, "Hey, here it is. Here's a document," and I'm asking them to redact any personal information. Is there anything you'd like to admit to before those documents are put up?
No, Mr. Judge.
I'm not a judge.
I'm not admitting anything.
Okay, then why are you up here?
I wanted to know your information about these charges as plural. I just want to know what you're talking about.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, you would know them more than me because I haven't looked through all of them yet. Like I said, I just got a lot of them right before I went live.
True. But you made the claim though. And
It's
you
not a
haven't even
claim; it's
read
public
through it or
records.
anything.
It's public records. It's not a claim; it's public court records.
Of these charges, you don't even know what they are. What if it was for littering, Jeff? Would you have a problem with that?
I don't like littering, but it's not a huge deal. It's not nothing to make a big fuss on YouTube about.
I just
But
don't
putting hands
understand
on a woman
how Christians like yourself judge
are not
people.
perfect. I'm not I'm a Christian. I'm a born again Christian, saved by. I'm a sinner saved by grace.
Mhm.
You went to Calvary Chapel. I guess are you a Christian?
I went to Christian and Catholic schools too.
Yeah. Well, I just know that you went to Calvary Chapel in Texas, and I know a lot more about you than you think. Just so you
Well,
know.
I've never been to a Calvary Chapel in Texas. Where do you get that from?
Oh, maybe I got the state wrong. Okay, my bad. But I know you went to Calvary Chapel,
Mhm.
2016. That ring a bell?
What was that last part?
I believe it was 2016.
2016. Oh yeah, I think I went to a service for Easter on 2016.
Yeah, yeah. So somebody said you were a Muslim. I just assumed you're a Muslim, but when I saw that, I was like, oh no, I think he's actually a Christian.
I'm not at anything. Keep the record straight.
Okay, so are you a born again Christian, if I may ask?
I am not at anything. You can
Oh, okay.
consider it that, I guess.
Okay, well, either you are or you aren't. The Bible's very clear about that. Either you're saved or you're not saved. It's that clear. Ephesians 1:13, John 3:16, Romans chapter 6, Romans chapter 9. I can go through, whatever. You can look through it. I'm not going to read
Mhm.
chapters of the Bible on panel right now, but I'm just saying you would know if you're born again or not. If you accept Christ into your heart as your Lord and Savior for the forgiveness of sins, you're a Christian, right?
Is that all that makes you a Christian?
That's what makes you born again.
To ask Jesus for
Uh,
his blood and forgiveness. That's what makes you a
right.
Christian.
To be a
No,
Christian is to be Christ-like.
okay.
Yeah. To get saved,
Well, Christ
um,
wasn't sinning and asking for forgiveness, though. That's not
Christ don't need
Christ-like.
forgiveness. He's God in the flesh.
No, he's not. Who said that?
The Bible,
Where?
God.
Where?
Isaiah. Okay, I don't have the
Isaiah?
Bible in front of my face, but I'm
Jesus
going to
was
try
not
to
even
quote it here.
born in the Old Testament. So, I mean, Isaiah?
Jesus was in the book of Genesis. If you read the Bible, he's
Mhm.
God. He's the Son of God. There's three
No,
parts to God.
Jesus never said he was God in the flesh. Not once.
No, he didn't. But actually, I don't have the Bible in front of me, so I'm not going to say anything.
So you just like to
Hold it.
say things that have no proof.
Just read the Bible, and you'll
Yeah,
find it.
that's what every Christian says. So yeah, you're right. You are a Christian.
Anyways,
Okay. Well,
what's
I'm
your
just waiting
point
for you
there?
to prove. I'm just going to be waiting for you to prove that Jesus said he was God in the flesh. That's all.
Okay.
And those other questions I had about the charges, just that. I just wonder what you were talking about.
Well, when
Because
the
you made
God,
it seem like really bad and like we got the stuff on them. And I just want to know what you saw.
okay, I'm going to pull them up actually, and I'm going to try to be careful how I read this. So you
Oh,
said you
good.
were never you. Let me see here. There's a lot of them. I hope I didn't download them to this particular phone because I wouldn't be able to do it. I hope I did on the other phone.
A lot of them. Damn. Been busy putting in that work.
Pardon? Pardon? I didn't hear you. What's that?
I was talking to myself. So,
You were talking to yourself. All right.
yeah.
You do
Speaking
you,
my
man.
thoughts out loud. Is that okay with
Okay.
you?
You do you, man. You do you.
Thank you.
So you didn't go. Okay, 2025. You were in Jacksonville, Texas. Calvary Chapel was 2016. Okay, that was Chino, California. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
2016, you visited Calvary Chapel, March 27th to March 20th of 2016 in Chino, California.
Yeah, I went
Did
with
you
my
know
family.
Skip Isaac? Sorry?
I went with my family.
Good. It's
Yeah.
wonderful.
But you
Do you
should
know
know
who
that since
Skip?
you're looking at the photo.
I'm not looking at no photo.
Okay, where you get it from? I know where it comes from, so all right.
Do you?
Yeah.
Do you really think so? You think you can read my mind again?
Read your mind. No, no. So someone wrote that down. I didn't read. Oh, you're saying I read it before? Nice.
You have no idea where I get my stuff from. Let me just tell you that, okay? And I don't have any business or reason to even
It's probably a
explain
family
where I
member
get
of mine's
my.
social media. That's where you got that.
Well, you have your assumptions and opinions, and I have the
Would I be
facts.
correct? Would I be correct?
I don't have to answer you.
No, so that's a yes.
No, I said I don't have to. Don't put words in my mouth. By the way,
Well,
why'd
if you
you
were so
threaten me
confident.
yesterday? Why'd you
Oh yeah,
threaten me
that
yesterday?
too. The threat. A threat? What did I say?
Are you institutionalized?
No.
Okay. So is there any reason why you would want to possibly lose your freedom over making threats on the internet?
What threats? What did I say?
Oh, you said a lot of things. You know what you
Okay,
said in your panel. I'm
well
not
you
going to
gave
sit here and play your
no.
entire panel.
Well, you
You
said
made. I've
threats.
got it screen recorded, and I've got the evidence. I got 2 phones that's being dumped to the agents from the FBI, and it's all on there.
Okay. Well, you said the threats, so I just want to know what
Oh,
you
you're
were
going to go
interpreting
live every
as a
day and
threat.
harass me was one of them. That I'm a marked man or something of that nature. I'm not
Oh,
saying it verbatim because I don't have it right in front of my face.
well, that's kind of important though. The words, I mean,
All I know is you threatened me. You made illegal statements.
that I was gonna do streams on you every day.
Oh, not that's harassment. Yeah, there's one of them. You want to add
That's
more? I'm
that's
glad
not
you admitted that.
that's not a threat though.
It's a promise, right?
Probably,
Probably. So
yeah.
you're either going to harass me or you're probably going to harass me. Which one is it, Urban? Come on, Ryan, spit it out.
Well, harassing you would be like harassing your channel, maybe your house. If I'm doing streams on you,
My
how's that harassing you?
house. My
You ain't gotta watch.
house.
You don't have to watch.
My house. So you're threatening the house. My house. My
Do people
family's
actually watch
home.
this guy? Like, come on. Is that what you heard? No wonder you heard threats.
That's what you just said. You just said it right here on the panel.
I was making comparisons. That's what I was doing.
Are you that ignorant? You're chipping out on me, dude. You're chipping out. Are you that freaking ignorant?
I guess
You
Jeff
just
is
admitted.
destroying me.
Shut the fuck up and listen. Now you're getting me ticked off. You
You gotta know
just
what you're
said
talking
on
about.
panel. Shut the fuck up, Ryan.
All right.
You
Okay.
just said on my
Sorry, Jeff.
panel that you're not only going to threaten me, but you're going to threaten my home and my family.
It's a
Do you
cute
really
act,
want to
but
go there? Do you want to have this on record? Go ahead. Incriminate yourself some more. I'd love to hear it.
I would never harm your mom or your dad at their house.
At their house. What about my kids and my grandkids? What about my cousins? What about my aunts? What about my uncles? What about my siblings?
I was never thinking of anything like that.
You threatened me as well.
Oh, what were the threats? What did I say? That I was gonna do streams on you? Is that a threat?
No, you threatened
Okay.
personally. I'm letting you talk. You said the words. I have it screen recorded. I have it.
Well, I
All
want to
right.
know what I said
I will
from
post
your.
shorts and videos about it. I will. I got to put
Mhm.
everything together first, but you did make a physical threat to me.
Oh, I said I was gonna beat you up or something.
What did you say? You said
You
it.
tell me.
You
You
should
said I said
know.
threats.
I don't
You
remember
tell
every
me.
little detail you said. I
Well, what
listened
bothers
to
you
it
so
one
much?
time. Excuse me?
What bothered you so much?
That you are threatening not only me, but other
Okay.
people. Now you're on my panel threatening my home. You realize
You don't
those are
feel silly
threats,
doing
right?
this right now? You don't feel silly saying that?
I don't feel silly at all. Wait, whoever's got the clippers or noise, please mute your. I don't know who's doing the clippers or whoever
Oh
that song
shit.
is. All right, there
And
we
now
go.
the echo's gone. Cool.
It's gone now. Go ahead. But you have to repeat what you just said now. I got sidetracked.
I'm asking you, what were these threats that I made to you of physical harm that you can remember? I just want to see where your head's at.
Look, if I say the wrong wording, which I don't want to do, I'd rather say it verbatim. Just like yesterday on panel, I
Well,
saw
get it
something in.
ready.
Hold on. I'm
You're
in the
trying to
middle of a
deflect.
sentence. Be respectful. Be respectful. Just
I'm
like
trying.
yesterday, when I read something in chat, I said, I tell you what, instead of going by what I think I remember it said, let me actually go to that comment and read it verbatim, which I did, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So instead of answering your question with what I think I remember,
No,
I
that's
would
good
rather
enough.
have you say it because you're the one that actually said it. I want to hear it come out of your mouth.
Well, I don't remember what I said. I'm
Okay.
supposed to remember my streams and what I talk about. That's just me running thought, man.
Okay. And you
Nothing's
expect me to
memorized.
remember everything you said too? Like you just
Well,
admitted you can't remember
if
everything. I'm not done. You said you can't remember everything you said, which I agree with you on that. I can't remember everything I say. So you expect me to remember every little detail when I only watched it one time so far, and then I have to give all my shit to the FBI. Okay, they
well,
have to dump
obviously
it.
it bothered you. So yeah, I
Yes,
would
it bothers
expect
me
you
when you
to
threaten
remember.
me.
What did I say?
I'm asking you.
It bothered you,
You
not
said
me.
it.
All right, so
You
you don't
said it.
remember. Okay, so you don't remember.
You
Gotcha.
don't remember either, and that came out of your own mouth.
I'm not making the accusations. I
You're
did say any
chipping
threatening
out.
things.
You're
That
chipping
didn't.
out, dude.
Okay, I'm not yelling, so screeching. That's you over there.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, dude, sorry if you heard vibrating people because I was shaving my neck.
No, you're fine.
I had it muted and I waved my hand over the touchpad and it unmuted without me touching anything. This laptop is going
Yeah.
to shit.
I've heard that background for the whole time, so I don't think you muted.
What's that?
So I've been hearing the background, little whatever, for the whole
Well,
time I've been up here. So I don't think you muted.
my laptop is really fucked up, so that might be also what you're hearing. But I had my razor because I thought
But
I
it
had it
was
muted.
clean just a minute ago.
What's that?
The sound was clean just a minute ago when you
Is
muted.
I don't know what you mean.
You didn't have it on mute before, like how you just said, because I heard this background noise the entire time I've been up here.
Doesn't really matter that much. You're
There,
sitting there
there's,
going after
He's
about a
asking the
mute and a clip.
questions.
there
He's
is a
asking the question.
background noise from my laptop. That's for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
B Moore's just fine. He probably didn't realize, like, yeah, I don't think he even realized he was not muted. So that's why whoever's got that clipper sound, I recognize that sound.
That one little segment there, I was shaving my neck, not my dick, my neck. Don't like fucking.
That should not be funny as you being a
I
Christian, Jeff.
thought it was muted, but like
Oh, shut up, Brian.
That's disgusting.
I hovered
Shut up,
shaving his
Brian.
balls.
over the laptop and it unmuted it, so that's my
A
bad.
very moral man.
But
And you
if-
lied
Brian,
too.
you are so pressed. Sorry,
You
sorry,
lied.
B More. I hate to interrupt, but
Go
Ryan
ahead.
here, UD's
He
getting
kind of
really,
interrupted.
oh,
So.
he's getting pressed. He's getting so pressed about every little thing. Hey, did you Google hasta la pasta? Did you Google that yet?
Yeah.
What did it say?
No matter what it said.
It didn't matter what it said. Oh, it mattered yesterday. It mattered
Not really.
what was it, 5, 6, whatever months ago?
Matters what you mean by it, not what it said in Google.
Okay, were you here at the beginning when I explained it?
I don't know. Yeah, I think so.
All right. So when I was an armed guard as a young man, there was a guy from Kentucky who moved here from
He feels the
Kentucky
need to
to New
explain
Mexico.
this.
Would you shut
I've
up while I'm
I've heard
talking?
this before.
It's not very
I
nice
heard
of
it
you to
when I was
interrupt
like
me.
a teenager.
Then
I
why
heard
are
it
you
before.
even bringing it up? It's just a funny
I
way
brought
to
up
say
House
goodbye.
Apostle. I didn't bring that up
Yeah,
just now.
it's you said it
You
on your
brought it up.
stream. Yeah,
Yeah,
you said it
I've
on your
been saying it.
stream.
Yeah, and he feels the need to still explain it. That's cool. I have my
You are
opinion.
so pressed. I can you are the biggest baby. I swear. Like I can just hear it through the.
I don't
I can
sound like a
almost.
baby.
You do. You're so pressed. You're so worried. You're scared. You're nervous. You're
This is
pressed.
why I
You're
think
all
you're the
the
neck
above.
of the snake, man. By this
The neck of
verbiage
a.
right here.
So you're going to accuse me of what are you accusing me of by saying that? Can you please state that?
It's a figure of speech. I'm not accusing anybody of anything.
But I talked about the snake situation. It's a pedo ring. Are you accusing me of being a part of a pedo ring, Ryan?
I said if there was a snake, figuratively, you'd be the neck.
That's not what you said. You said I was the neck of the snake. It's on PI for Hire's channel. You know that, right? I got
Oh,
that screen recorded too. Yeah.
oh, okay.
You want to elaborate on that some more?
I just threw what you threw at me.
I didn't throw anything at you. I answered questions, and you said,
Lots of
"Oh,
you guys are going to get arrested and all this kind of stuff for the pedo thing.
yeah,
I think you included me in that
yeah."
too. Yeah.
I never said you were going to be arrested.
Oh, I'm not. So I don't worry about that.
I'm not the cops, judge, jury, or executioner. I'm not any
But
of
you know,
that.
all these
I'm not
people
an
are getting
attorney either.
arrested, though. Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah. People get arrested every day. Yeah, there's people going to be arrested. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Talking about people you may have had contact with, may have seen in channels, chat rooms. That's what we're talking about, not people around
well,
the
some are
world.
getting arrested for attempted murder charges for the swatting. So there's that.
Why you so mad, Jeff?
Wouldn't you be upset if somebody tried to kill you and your family?
Is that what someone tried to do to you?
Absolutely. That's why they're being charged by the FBI. I just said for attempted murder. That's their investigation.
You're just blurting out sentences, man. I don't know what context is behind it. You didn't say
Of
you.
course you don't. You're ignorant.
You're just making stuff up, man. You're lying.
You're just
that didn't happen
ignorant.
to you. That didn't happen to you. You lying, dude.
Wait, you say
Prove
I
it.
wasn't swatted?
Prove it.
You not seen the footage?
Prove
You don't
it.
know about that.
I wonder why you're getting swatted at your house.
Somebody spoofed my number, claimed
Or
to
your
be
parents'
me,
house.
and said I unalived my wife, which is my ex-wife, by the way, and unalived my mother, and I was going to do more unaliving. And they came here, and of course they tried calling me first, and I had my phone on Do Not Disturb, and I was live. Me and Sabby and somebody else, I forgot who the other person, we were on panel just having a good time. Nobody was, I wasn't drinking at that time either. I was still drinking, I wasn't drinking that night. And all of a sudden, we got swatted. That is called attempt of murder. And I did confirm that with the authorities. Just like with
murder
Alex.
for the person calling,
I'm not
right?
done. I'm not done. Just like when Alex from Predator Poachers got swatted. It's called attempt of murder because people get murdered because of false swatting, making false saying, oh, there's this, that going on at somebody's house. And they call the police and they come in hot and they swat whatever and things get out of control. And sometimes things happen. So yes, people can get hurt, very badly injured and or unalive during a swatting. Absolutely.
Yeah, anything could happen, but the reality is that may be a break-in and entering more than it is attempted murder.
No, because I have family on the force here, and I just let them come in and do their little search, and that was it. They didn't cuff us because they know who we are. My family member was in the car saying, that's not Jeff's voice on the body cam footage. So there you go. They just have to go by protocol. You don't have much intelligence when it comes to this stuff, do you? You really don't.
Attempted murder, though? Like, come on.
Yeah. That's a fact. Whether you want to believe it or not, that is an absolute fact.
Even if it is, why would you go that route? When none of your family got harmed or anything. Why would you go that route?
Nobody was murdered. That's why it's called attempted murder. they attempted murder on me and whoever. What if my grandchildren were here? What
Because
if
they
my
called
nieces
some
and nephews?
police.
I'm not done yet. I'm not done. I'm in the middle of
Talk
a
a lot.
sentence. What
Don't
if my.
understand your story.
Okay, I'm going to kick you if you don't hush. You'd love to
Fuck you,
talk over
bitch. I don't
people
give a
because
fuck.
you're
Kick me,
so
bitch.
pressed.
Kick me. I don't give a
You are
fuck.
so
Do it.
pressed.
Do it.
Okay, you had your opportunity. Freaking chipping out, man. That dude chipped out hardcore. He can't handle shit. He wants to dish it out, but he cannot take it. And he tries to get me to twist words. He twists words, talks over me, doesn't let me answer. When I do answer, he don't like the answer. All right, I gave him an opportunity. I really didn't want to let him up. All right, to be honest with you, but since I was talking about him, I said, you know what? And I even asked the chat. They voted yes, so I let him up. He willingly left, so he had his opportunity. But when I get all that shit put together, unless somebody comes up later on and presents everything, he's not allowed back up here. Once that's presented, if he wants to come back up to try to defend himself against these legal government public documents, I will let him come up then. But until then, no, he's not welcome back up here. I don't know what happened to B More, but he's of course welcome to come back up. I haven't been looking at chat at all. So I'm. Let me see here. Where are we at on chat? I have no idea where to begin. Let me just kind of. I'm probably missed a lot of stuff here, but let's see here. I'm gonna try to read some comments that's related to this subject, so I may skip a few. All it was a bluff. I didn't do it. Paul keeps. Okay, that has something to do with something else, I believe. Yes. What were the supposed crimes? Yeah, I do believe right now, Shelley, I don't want to say anything concrete, but I believe somebody is preparing everything right now and they're going to come up later on. I think. I don't know for a fact, just throwing that out there, because I didn't have time to get it all done, redacted. I don't have the room to put it up. So, but yeah, I will. It will happen. I may do it pre-recorded video and put it up that way. I may put the documents on my community page. We may do it tonight. I don't know. But you know what I can do, actually, let's do this. Let's do this. I'll tell you what. Let's see what we can do here. All right. I can either put on a song while I get this together, play some StreamYard music, or I don't like dead air. If somebody else was up here, that'd be nice. All right, let me pull these documents up real quick. If I can. Come on, work with me here, phone. Work with me. If this is the one that I actually used to download it, I'm not for sure. Oh boy. Actually, no. I got a better way. I got it. I got you. Oh, yep, here they are. Boom, here they are. Okay, now I'm gonna be very careful because this is gonna be hard to read because my vision sucks. I'm gonna be careful not to get into a lot of personal, information. All right. So Ryan, aka UD, in California. We'll just leave it at that. I'm not gonna get into the personal, all that addresses and all that stuff. All right, so there's that one. Let me get to the documents. All right. So again, I haven't looked at every little detail. Obviously, I just kind of skimmed through them for about 2 minutes and I went live on these documents. That says Stephanie. Okay, I don't. Oh, is that the complainant? Let me just make sure I got it right here. I don't want to say the wrong thing here. Let me just take a little gander at the documents again. All right, there's that one. All right. Arrest date 2022-2015. Let me make sure this is his and not. Yeah, this is actually his. This is Urban Disciple, aka Ryan. I won't say his last name. I'll be even though I can. I legally can, but I won't. Riverside Police Department. There was a misdemeanor. This is just one of many here. 12/22/2015. This was dismissed. The deposition was dismissed. All right, like I said, I got to go through these here. I'm going through them one by one to try to get all the context. Is that the same one? All right, let me get to the next one here. Oh, there's so many. Good Lord. Not specified. That was on 12/14/2005. Orange County. Offense description, it says not specified. Charges filed date was 12/14/2005. Okay, let's go to the next one here. Maybe we'll give you more context. I'm not looking at chat, by the way, so moderators, please do your thing, because I can't look at chat and do this at the same time, obviously. Another misdemeanor. Let's see what the results were on this one, if I have it. Yeah, I think it's probably best that I just get all this together or somebody, and then I can just put it on screen and you guys can do your thing. But I do have. I'm just trying to prove. Yes, I do have them. Other people have them too. So this one was from another misdemeanor. I think that was from the first one we talked about. So we got 2005. We got 2015. I think there was one that was 2024, but I could be wrong. I'm looking here. I'm looking. We got one from 2026. Oh boy, yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. Yeah, there's just no way. I'm gonna have to just, unless I think somebody is working on this right now and they're gonna come up and show it later. But if they're not, then I'm gonna have to do it myself another time. And I'm gonna have to put all this stuff together. Sorry if I was covering the speaker there. I didn't mean to. But anyways, okay, this date. So what is this one? No warrants were found for this one. Criminal record. I'm not going to go through the date of birth and all that stuff, but it was this year. Let's see if it says what this was. The arrest. So he was arrested 11/22. Oh, here's another one. He was arrested. This is another one now. He was arrested 11/22/2008. Central Men's Jail. Does it show the charge on this document, or do I have to go to another one? Yeah, this is stuff I need to get put together. I'm just kind of giving you guys an idea what I have, because since some people will think I don't have the receipts. Well, of course I have. I'm looking right at them. But like I said, I need to go through them. This one's from 2005. Golly. I don't know why people have so much stuff on some people have so much stuff on their record. It's this career criminal thing. I don't understand it. Here's one from 12/20/2005. Anyways, yeah, I'm gonna have to go through this with a fine tooth comb, get it all together, and I'll probably just do a pre-recorded on this and then put it out. That's probably the easiest way to do it. There's another misdemeanor charge. Let's see here. Man alive, there's so much stuff here. Holy cow. Yeah. California, of course. I haven't seen any felonies yet. So that's, I guess, a good thing so far. I mean, not that there's some things here that are misdemeanors that should be felonies, and I'm sure there's some offenses in your state, wherever you guys live, or countries or whatever, that should be a higher crime than. Let's see, that says 12/22/2015. That one says dismissed. sentence, actual release date 2015 1225. I don't know what that means exactly. Yeah. Anyways, I do have them. I just need to go through them. But hopefully somebody will come through and come up here and be able to show everybody, and they can actually see it in front of their face with the redactions on it. I just don't want to give out a bunch of personal information on them, but I do have them. But again, I didn't know about a lot of this stuff until right before I went live. I was sent a whole bunch of stuff. I'm like, shit, I don't have the room. Obviously, I didn't have time to go through and redact them. I was already like 2 or 3 minutes late going live, but I do have them. So I don't know what else to tell you except that I do have them, and other people do too. Oh my god! See what happens when you trust the process, people? People are so ignorant. Oh my gosh. Some people are so ignorant. It's unfreaking believable. The ignorance of some people just boggles my mind. You could put something right in front of their face, which I'm going to do. These are going to be posted. Just trust me on that. They're going to be presented. We all can see it. It's just another project I have on the other 3 or 4 I'm working on, along with all the interviews Darrell and I got lined up and we're working on. So it's kind of hard to keep up. But yeah, I have everything. It will all be put out there. And when that happens, he's welcome to come back up and defend himself. So there you go. There you go. I expected more from you, Jackov, whatever the name is. Jachov, but caving to NTF is diabolical. Oh yeah, that's another clip somebody sent me too, and I think on the stream that the Urban Disciple had, I believe it was yesterday. If I'm not mistaken. I was up for 2 days and 2 nights. I just couldn't sleep. I have insomnia sometimes, real bad. He was mad at NTF because, and I did hear the clip. So NTF went live, and I guess it was her and Ryan. Yeah, her and Ryan were up on the panel, and she herself even admitted, and Ryan as well, that I roasted UD. Now I don't care about the word. Oh, he won, she won, whatever. They got roasted. The other person, whatever. I don't care about that. Yeah, we can joke around a little bit, but he was mad at NTF and other people who made comments that he lost the argument, the debate, whatever you want to call it, the debate that we had on PI for Hire Stream. He's upset and he whines like a bitch. Yes, I said that. And yes, I'm still a born again Christian because I'm forgiven. All right. But, anyways, he whines like a little bitch. And I will raise my voice whenever I feel the need to. Whether you like it or not, Timu Morgan Freeman. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I didn't even know, Javi. I had no clue, literally no clue until yesterday that Lindsey Graham had passed away. I don't know if it happened yesterday and that's why I didn't know it until yesterday. But yeah, I just found that out. I don't even know what he passed away from, to be honest with you. I don't even know what, I know he was always a Republican, but I haven't been keeping up with a lot of politics lately, so I don't know which way he turned. If he became a rhino or went left or went back, I have no clue. I just heard he passed away. That's all I know. So I don't know what the cause of it was. But yeah, I just heard that. Who cares what he passed away from? I do. I'm a Christian. I happen to care about people and things, It's just something I think about. If you don't care, that's cool too. That's your opinion and your belief. But I don't know what happened. I mean, I don't know if it was some kind of terroristic act that happened to him, if it was natural causes. I have no clue. I just know that he passed away. Like the whole Charlie Kirk thing, I actually watched that when it happened. But The Trump thing, same thing. At Butler, of course, he didn't. The whole neck pew pew thing. Butler, Pennsylvania. I watched that live. So, but the whole, if I didn't watch it live or know the whole details, I just don't know the detail. I'm kind of curious, like, what happened? Was it something, was there a criminal that did something to him? Was it natural causes? I don't know. I just know he passed away. That's the point I'm trying to make. Pro war and pro Israel, not my problem. Okay, sure, whatever. Hey, what's up, Cannonball? There was Rubba Titties type saying Graham hired him out. Wait, what? What do you mean by that? You want to come up? Yeah, the link is pinned there, Gomez. Yeah, if anybody has any clue what happened, was it something like violent, something that happened I don't know about and missed, or was it he just passed away from natural causes? I mean, I have no clue. I have no idea. Don't have a clue. AK heart disease. Okay, I appreciate that, Mike. Aortic dissection, aka heart disease. Oh boy. Okay, well, at least it wasn't another terroristic whatever thing. That's horrible when that kind of stuff happens. But I appreciate you answering me. Yeah, I just want to know if anybody knew exactly what it was. I have no clue. I've just been busy, 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 busy. Lindsay passed after getting a whiff of Warbucks. Clown. Oh my gosh. First, when I started reading your comment, Clown, I was thinking to myself, well, this is going to be a more elaborated answer or something. And then it went into that. Oh my goodness. Terrorism of the diet. I don't know. I mean, you guys ever watch the YouTuber Adam the Woo? He had two channels, Adam the Woo, and then the other channel was a similar name, something the Woo or whatever. I had no idea he passed away towards the end of 2025 until a couple days ago. I used to watch him all the time. He used to show like different scenes in different places of where certain films were made or whatever. He used to just travel around, and I had no idea he passed away until recently. It's just crazy. He was only 51, and I did actually. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Hold on, just a second. So it said that he died from natural causes. So and then oh gosh, can I remember it now? Shit. Uh, Something came out yesterday. I think it was afternoon or early evening. His autopsy report. That's what it was. His autopsy report came back. Now I can't remember what the hell for Adam the Woo, the YouTuber, what the official cause was now. But anyways, yeah, I'm getting off on a different subject here. Sam Neill from JP Pass. Sam Neill. Jurassic Park. Okay, yes. I just saw the headline and that was it. That's another one. Was that the guy that played the doctor on Jurassic Park? The scientist doctor? Not, I guess that's what he was. That did the DNA and all that stuff. Is that the guy, or am I thinking of a different person? It was? Okay, thank you, Blazin. I wasn't quite sure. Someone get NT Slut hooked on Phoenix, please. I think you mean Phonics. In the night, did that come out in the 90s? Because I remember when I was a little younger, obviously. Or maybe that was the 80s. Hooked on Phonics came out. Anyway, somewhere around that time period, late 80s to early mid 90s, whatever it was, I remember me and my friends used to joke around and say hooked on chronics. Just a little joke we had back then. Um, Hooked on chronic. I appreciate that, Blazin. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I'm going to say a few things. If there are people that are getting stuff together to come up and present that, we'll go another 20 minutes here, give or take. And if we can get this put up on screen, because I don't have the time to do it right now, obviously, then we'll go from there. If not, I will end this stream, and yeah, we'll go from there. And then I'll start getting everything together myself, and either I'll go live or I'll do a video or a premiere. I'll figure it out. There's something else I wanted to say real quick too. Shoot, what was it? Okay, so I'm not gonna look at chat, folks, for a little bit. I'm not gonna look at chat for a little bit. So Ryan, Urban Disciple, I'm gonna give you a cease and desist from my mouth. If you need one from my attorneys, we can arrange that. That goes for Warbot as well. That goes for, I don't even know what he calls himself anymore, Vocal Web or whatever. Cease and desist. Quit doxing my family and I. So I'm giving you a verbal from me, a cease and desist. All right, I think we got a guest. Hold on 1 second. Make sure I gotta get a overlay up here real quick. And if that's not good enough for the ones I just said to knock it off, then we'll just get one from the attorneys. All right, we'll just do it that way. We'll make it legal-like, if you will. You know what I mean? Jelly bean. All right, if I can get my phone to work. All right, I think this is Gomez now. And we'll just make sure. Is that you, buddy?
Yeah, but I don't think my microphone's going to be working very well.
Oh, it's crisp. You're way better than I am. That sounds like, damn. Yeah, it works great.
Oh, I was thinking I might have been breaking up and crackling on you. Jeff,
No?
what I wanted to do is drop you a link in your back chat
Okay.
of like a 45-second clip you might want to go through.
Okay, the only way I'm going to be able to do that is I'm going to have to come up on my other device. And okay, yeah, go ahead and wait. Don't drop it yet. Let me get up there. So I won't be able to see chat, folks, for a little bit here. So let me go up there because I think once you drop, well, it's my freaking panel, so I should be able to see it. But if you drop it now, when I come up on the other device, it may not show me. So let me get up there first. I hope it doesn't start causing an echo though if I do this, because the only way I might be able to click on it is
Yeah, if I wasn't on my phone, I'd play it for you.
Is there anything strikeable or copyrighted or anything about it that I have to be concerned about? Or
no, especially it's only a 45-second clip, but with commentary, you should be okay.
May I ask what channel it's from?
Yeah, it was actually from Urban's channel, I think back in like 2020, maybe 2021.
Let me
Thought you might want to go through it.
Well, actually, yeah, go ahead. Let me I'm going to come in through my other device here, and then you can put it in the back chat and I'll review it just real quick. I might like play a little bit of StreamYard music for just a few seconds so I can watch it, listen to it, whatever, review it, etc. and so on, and then the only thing is I'm not on a computer, so there is oh, I got to turn this down now. All right. Okay, go ahead and put that in the back chat. Oh, there's somebody backstage. Oh no, there's somebody backstage. All right, if you want to put it in the back chat, go ahead, and then I can get it from here. Oh, shut up, Kelly. Dumbass. Behave. All right, got it. All right, let me copy it. Copy URL. Actually, I could play the audio. This is from 2 years ago.
Well, okay, Jeff. Let me just explain to you there. It's only a 45-second clip, and about 30 seconds in, he says he's never ever harmed any children, and his eyes kind of glaze over and blank out. So you do kind of want to play the video, And
Oh,
that's
I
just
see
an
what you're
indicator to
saying.
me. He's using fantasy words. Never ever has he harmed any children, and he's blanking out like he just goes to freaking Warbot land.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. What I'll do is, I appreciate. Let me upload this first. Hold on, I'm kind of multitasking here. I appreciate this. Let me just get this saved and then send it to my folder. I would. So all the equipment that was supposed to come in is not going to be here till either the end of the month or the 1st of August. So I don't have my computer yet, so I'm still using my phone and stuff. But I appreciate that. I do have that documented here. And then, like I said, what I'll probably have to do is either make a video or just go live again at some point and present everything. You know what I mean? So I do appreciate that. Um, did you happen to listen to the? Hey, thanks, Mike. I appreciate that. You're chipping out, man, Jeff. Yeah, I think everybody's starting to use that term now. Freaking out, chimping out. Yeah. Thanks for the $1.99. I sincerely appreciate that. Thank you very much. Sincerely. I don't know if I'm allowed to heart that or anything. It's not giving me the option, I don't think. Right there it is. No, it won't let me heart it. There's a star. But I do appreciate that. Thank you. But go ahead there. Oh, let me get oh, I didn't drop my other me. Hope I don't drop the wrong one. Can you hear me okay? All right. I got rid of the right
Yep.
one. All right. I hope there's no echo. But you know how
Yeah,
urban.
I'm not hearing any
Oh,
echo.
oh, there we go. Now I can heart it. I have to heart it from YouTube. All right, there we go. Thank you again, Late Night Mike. I appreciate that. But yeah, so what's your thoughts on him going crazy on his stream yesterday? All because he simply lost a minor little debate.
Well, and I think it goes more beyond that. And it seems as though there were a few from that camp that started really going crazy once Mark Connors was brought up again. They don't like it when
Mm-hmm.
Mark Connors is brought up for some reason.
Right? Their buddy. It's pretty sad.
Well, Urban really, I mean, he tries to claim that he has no idea who Mark Connors is, but he can talk on him a little bit, and it's his allegiances that is really suspect, I think.
Yeah. Real quick, I don't mean to interrupt. Hey, Clown Force or any moderator that has my IG, can you get that URL from the Pinch Shitter, whatever the hell that's called? Please DM me that URL. I appreciate that. All right, go ahead.
Well, Jeff, I mainly wanted to come up and go through that video with you, and I don't really have that much time.
Okay. You sound tired.
Oh, I just been cranking, dude. It's hot in Arizona. I've been
Oh
working.
yeah. Have you been getting some of the humidity, and then of course some of the smoke, the smell of the fires and stuff?
Yeah, there's a few major fires around where we're at.
Yeah. Yeah, thankful. Well, I shouldn't say thankfully because I feel bad for the people that have to deal with that. But CPP had a panel last night. We were talking about it up there. There's some fires up in Colorado. Uh, thank you, the person that sent me the URL. And yeah, the here is kind of lingering in the South Valley, I guess, area, the Rio Grande Valley more. So I haven't, thankfully, had to smell it too much in the heights, but yeah, there's a few fires actually. I don't know where every single one of them is, but yeah. But that was a great stream you had the other day, by the way. I think you broke a. Somebody said you had a record-breaking concurrent viewers, which is awesome, man. You did that was great.
Actually, on my first channel, I've had upwards of 100 viewers and 20,000 views on videos, but
Wow, wow. What? Are you on your second or third channel now? I don't know.
Probably like the 7th, but like yeah, the 3rd, 4th main channel. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, with UD, with Ryan, I think it's not going to be very productive to have any kind of conversation with him until the evidence is presented right in front of him. And that's why I said, once it's presented right in front of his face, I will let him back up. That's why I'm thinking maybe I should do it live or maybe do a video, have everything presented, and then go live afterwards, and then he can come up, and then he can make his defense, if you will. But
yeah, he
as far
usually
as
tries to keep all that to his channel. That way he can kind of control the narrative on things and groom his audience, like Predward Wood, Warbot, and the Garbage Woman, and Vic. He always needs a new lineup of bench warmers to yes people in his chat to help him out.
right. Jeez. Yeah, I was watching, like, some people screen record just like the panel, and some people screen record, or whatever you want to call it, OBS, however they do it, the chat as well. And it's kind of funny because, he apparently he either added a new moderator, or he had that moderator, because, I talked about it when I was on your panel. I said he needs to have at least some mods in his channel, or at least have some control, because it's total anarchy in there. And then of course he had to shout that out, "See, Jeff!" And of course I wasn't even watching it at the time. I started to, and then of course life happens, and I had to take care of some stuff. But thankfully somebody sent me the recording, and then I watched it later on. But it's like, I've seen my kids' docs in his channel. I've seen other people's children docs in his channel. I've seen people's spouses that are not even on YouTube or involved in any of this stuff. I've seen all kinds of stuff, and he just lets it ride. Just lets it ride. And
Yeah,
some
you
of the
also
things he
forgot
says is
one other
pretty
thing in that.
sus.
You forgot one other thing of that. All the disinformation that's put out through his channel. A lot of twisted up stories, like
Oh,
trying to say like I got caught stealing from a dollar store, which is not true. He tried to bring up the other day on a panel, I don't know if it was mine or his, but tried to bring up that I'm like some type of a woman beater, and I'm like, dude, you're the one that's got woman beating charges, so what are you
yeah.
really trying to do here? So
Another
it's
thing.
that type. Go ahead.
Right. No, I wanted to bring this up. So the panel you had, I actually watched it 5 times. And there's a reason. I was catching little nuggets of things I didn't catch during the panel, or the first time I watched it, or rewatched it rather. And the second time I kept catching more things. And that's one thing I wanted to get to when he was up here earlier, but he blew his chance. Until next time when I present everything. But did you hear him say, and it's on your channel, it's on your panel, he said it on that panel, that that he, in other words, but almost verbatim, I won't say verbatim, but he was talking about Brandon as an example, like, well, if you did that one time, okay, but twice, But yet he had Brando in his chat yesterday, and he was conversing with Brandon Lay, who was on the registry. So that's public, he made that public himself. He admitted it. But anyways, he's sitting there conversing with somebody who was actually on the registry. Make that make sense. And then he's,
Well,
and if you
I
listen
can make
very,
it make sense. I can
go
make that
ahead.
make sense. What he likes to do is try to bring out these sick, gross stories like Predward Wood to groom the Preds and Peds in his chat room or audience.
Right.
Likes to go over that and even twist up like Telly. I think Telly is a map like Vic, where they like to twist around victim stories that are even more gross. And that's what Telly did with Urban Disciples, as a matter of fact, about Mouse's victim. I don't want to go into too much detail. I
Right.
mean, that's Telly's gross detail that's really far off from the actual victim statement or what's in the court record, and make it
Yeah.
even more gross. And it seems like they're just grooming the audience.
And you're right. The whole, like, the being gross thing, I mean, look, I get it. We're all adults here, but here's the thing is what one thing, and it's not just me, other people have talked about it as well. A lot of people have on panels and chats, and you just mentioned a little bit just now, and I've been saying it for a long time. I don't understand, like, why these criminal, most of them are criminals. I'm just saying it like it is, or convicted peds or preds or whatever. There's different, we talked about that in Tommy's panel last night, the difference between an actual apex predator or predator against a actual PDF file. There's a difference, but they get disgusting about it. I mean, they say the most horrific, graphic, disgusting. I can go on and on. There's so many words I can put in there. Things. Why? Is that what's on their mind? It really makes you think. It's like, why? Who would even think that? Let alone, I would say, put it on paper. But we're in a digital era. But you know what I mean. Put it on.
Well, for me, Jeff, it's really about who's telling him. Like Telly, he's not really going to go through the court record. He's going to go by what he hears. So whoever's telling him the more gross story about a victim, he's going to roll with that.
He says he's going to expose you tomorrow with evidence. It's on the screen there. Telly said that.
Oh, Telly? Yeah, good luck with that, Telly. He's going to find some surface videos of me LARPing to, well, I said it back on my first channel in 2017. I was going to go in on some sickos and maybe some dirty judges and cops.
Yeah.
But he's not going to go that far with it.
Oh, you'd be surprised. 2017? That's when you said that, right? You were going to expose some people?
Yeah.
Cruz said NTF sent Brandon nudes. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought you said, okay, first when I read that, I thought he said that Brandon sent NTF nudes. Okay, so when I read it, okay, NTF sent Brandon nudes. Is that really true? That's crazy if it is. I'm not saying it's true because I don't know for a fact. I don't have tangible evidence, but if that's true, that's pretty gross.
Well, Jeff, I don't know if you knew this, Jeff, but back in 2017, Mark Connors was one of my first, let's say, sickos that I wanted to help expose for his activities on TV. You saw, right?
Mm-hmm.
You saw when he was on TV calling out Antifa.
Yeah.
He also infiltrated the Mother of All Rallies, which was a 500,000 strong, let's say, group. He infiltrated them. And then his activity with doing karaoke with Eric Shilkerson and Clovis when they were with him.
Right. Is that you, Shizzle?
Also,
or
Clovis.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Clovis was, doing some interesting things with Mark Connors and Predward. Isn't that interesting, that connection?
Right. Let me just confirm that. Is that you, Shizzle? Or is this Eon? Because there's two names I saw. Hello? You're on stage.
Can you hear me?
There we are. Okay, cool. Yeah, you're Chris.
Hey, this Shizzle. I'm gonna mute out just for a moment.
Okay.
I'll be right back.
Sounds good. I don't know. For some reason, I thought it was Eon Will. I get confused. Yeah, I remember. Yeah,
Jeff, I don't know if you saw, and I'm going to have to bounce here in a minute. What's up, Shizzle? Hope you're doing good. But I don't know if you saw the part in the video that I released the other day with the Connors evidence on there.
Yeah.
There was a part in there where he did a video for Jason Aldean. Did you catch that?
Aldean. Yeah, Jason Aldean, and that you have to forgive me on my genres. I think he's a country music singer, if I'm not mistaken. Am I right on that? Just to
Okay,
get that cleared up.
yeah, he was the one.
Festival.
So right around that time, he did that video for Jason Aldean, basically saying that he was working with them or something. That was around the same time. That was right before the Harvest Festival shooting,
Harvest Festival
where Jason Aldean played.
in Minecraft.
Now,
Yeah, I know.
so if you remember the timeline of events during that concert, there were gunshot sounds that were played through the speakers to get people running.
Yeah, I have to say in Minecraft.
And
yeah.
So, well, I mean, when it's the truth, I don't think you should really have to say that. But I get what you're saying. Let's not get derailed here. What I'm trying to present to you is that. So if Mark Connors has been at a lot of these events and doing either sound. He claimed that he worked with Dolly Parton and other, higher up country stars, so forth. The Great White Thing with Robbie Lochner and so forth, right? But I can't prove it, but it seems as though playing the sounds through those speakers to get people running would be something that would get a sicko like Mark Connors off. That he would do something like that.
I believe you. Yeah, I would have to agree with you on that. Yeah. Yeah.
So there's something more there with using, and I've found in my research where back when, last administration, dirty FBI using sickos as informants that are on the registry. Or if they get off on the registry, I mean, look at the pattern with Predward, how he got off from his charges. Mark Connors didn't make the registry. He was convicted, but he didn't have to go on the registry. So why are some of these idiots and sickos getting off from their charges and then showing up in the public sphere, right? Same way Predward did. Mark Connors did that. It's some crazy shit, man.
Because when somebody does their background check, if they're not on the registry, they can't see it, Hey, what's up,
JT Colfax, right?
What about him?
Prime suspect of some type of Ramsey case, and Rob Lowe is giving him a platform.
Didn't Rob Lowe get fired or he had to leave, forced to resign after the whole, when he was buddies with Predward Stairs and whatnot?
That is some interesting timing, Jeff. Yeah, that is some interesting timing. Going over to CBI. Then when I called Rob Lowe, he couldn't remember who JT Colfax was.
Oh, that's a lie. Jeez. Oh my goodness. Yeah, it's interesting. I do have to take my dog out. I'll be right back if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves, but I got to take one of them out because they need to go. And I said that at the beginning. I'm going to have to leave periodically, obviously, but it shouldn't take me about 3 minutes or so. Hopefully, I'll be right back. You guys good?
All right.
I'll be back.
Yeah, as long as this PI guy is nice to me.
I'll try my best, Shizzle. What do you think about that Direct D situation earlier? Shizzle, isn't that some crazy shit?
Dude, you got those clowns in every pocket doing the same tactics. It's just fucking pussified, pathetic fucking network shit.
Well,
and if it wasn't network shit, they're definitely turning it into network shit.
Yeah, well, I mean,
because the thing that happened was that recording. Was that? Oh, I'm sorry. What?
No. Finish your thought.
When he was playing the recording, I think there were 2 or 3 people talking. I think there was 3 people at one point. Was that a YouTube platformed recording, or was it something else?
Yeah, that was so that chick that infiltrated Direct D, as soon as she left his property, paneled up. It'd be the same thing, like somebody trying to be my buddy and then I out them, and then they go right over to Scotty Bromance's channel and start spilling all of this twisted bullshit. And that's exactly
Yeah,
what
like
she
Sick
did.
Vic.
Is yeah, it's same thing. Yep. But here's the thing you might not know, Shizzle, I was trying to tell you, is that that's not the first time someone has made it to Direct D's property and actually left butthurt and then goes to all the enemies and spills all the stupid bullshit. Now, what I
do
find
have
the
a
most
question.
interesting is, yeah, get in there.
Now, when that happened, the first instance, was Direct D YT influencing like he is nowadays?
Yeah, I mean, he's always, well, from when I've started to watch him, especially in that day, yes, he had a bigger audience, 300,000 plus.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so yeah, it's probably what's the word I'm looking for? The shit might have been premeditated.
Well, it's interesting how people end up at your house, but for some reason, you're the one that says, all right, yeah, you can come on in, but they're there to try to get in.
Yeah.
And that's what happened with Direct D. With the first time around, I want to say his channel handle is Mitch Lovin, where Mitch Lovin was in jail in Colorado, and his dad called Direct D for some reason and says, hey, can my son come hang out with you? And then it's just all of a sudden there's pussification happening once he gets there. Direct
And
D
his
says, you
dad
gotta
learned
bail.
about Direct D from YT, right? That's how the son
Yeah,
and the dad learned it.
something. Who knows? But at that time too, I think he was starting to realize that some of the other cop watchers were frauds that he was hanging around with. So yeah, really interesting how he had somebody else prior to this, recent incident at his place helping him out. They get butthurt, they leave, they go all, to all of his enemies and panel up. And that's exactly what that chick did.
There was 3 people on this panel. At least I had to go back to work. I had to put the device away. But what I heard, there were 3 people crying, saying that DD needs to be worried. But the worst thing they said he did was he said some hurtful things.
Yeah,
That's
he
the worst thing.
did. Well, and what they're trying to do.
I mean, wow. I mean, if I went over to somebody's house and they were like, "Fuck you, you're a piece of shit. Fuck you, I beat your ass," I wouldn't start a YouTube stream and like be like, "He said some hurtful things." Okay.
Well, what the
I mean,
main point
I
is,
heard the block the fucking trailer off, but I mean, within the law, I guess he wasn't doing anything wrong.
Yeah, he would have been arrested right then and there if they would have considered it
With
kidnapping.
a civil
but I
case.
think the main point.
Oh, yeah,
I think the main point.
What were you gonna say?
I think the main point of that chick going to other people's panels was to try to put out that he had weapons on his property. There were shell casings laying around, and he's a felon.
Oh.
So even Direct D's ex-girlfriend came on his panel and says, yeah, I've had the same thing, ex-boyfriends that get pissed off at me because she was a felon, his ex-girlfriend. The go-to to get a restraining order is, yeah, they've got weapons and they're threatening me. And when the chick didn't have weapons, Direct D's saying he doesn't have weapons. I mean, it'd be a good thing to get on the internet after somebody says, yeah, he's got weapons and he's a felon. Well, I mean, of course somebody's going to get on the internet. No, I don't have weapons. I'm a felon, but I don't have weapons. Because he doesn't want to go back to jail.
She didn't go to the PD with that claim, did she? For like,
I don't know, but I think she was hoping, it was in the hopes that law enforcement was watching her, would catch on and go swat him.
Or
right?
No, I
like
don't know if that
an
was in the computer.
Anton tactic where you influence the dumbasses to do it for you.
Right. Yeah.
That
Well,
dude's a yeah. I don't want to say.
I was going to say there's also a lot of puppets in the community where they think somebody's their friends because their life is literally YouTube. So in their minds, there's certain people that they think that, oh, this person's my friend. So they do their dirty work for them. And the person that's pulling the strings are thinking, well, that person's going to get in trouble. And then they think they're not. Well, I do have news for them, just like, and I got, I'll just say the word Vic. Um, he doesn't realize that he's a puppet for certain people. He thinks they're his friends, and all they're
Well, they
doing is
easily
getting him in
weaponize
trouble.
the sickos. They're easily radicalized. I'm sorry to cut you
Oh
off, but
yeah, no, you're
it
right.
correlates right in.
Yeah, and so that's why when I was told by the authorities that there's multiple people, I mean, like multiple, at least a dozen. I'm like, wow, how does that work? I was swatted. There was a caller, I can, but here's the thing. There's multiple people that were involved. And then he also admitted, which we have, and they have the evidence that he said, he goes, I'm the one that had Jeff swatted. Like Vic actually said that. And they've got the recording. And then he said people actually cashed apped him money to do that
Yeah,
amongst other harassment things, not just
network.
towards me, but towards other people. So they're all involved. So it's when you got again we'll use the word snake, I guess, because of Connors. There's always a head to a snake, and then you got different parts of a
Yeah,
snake.
and like a neck, like a Mr. Slit. Yeah.
Right? He called me. He says I'm the neck, which is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting.
I
Well, that
think
would
if
be
there's
him with
actually
that
a
fucking
head,
Predvidian.
I think if there's actually a head to anything, Urban would be the gills to the guppy. Just saying.
Yeah. Oh,
So
somebody
can
asked
I
if I.
backtrack a little
Sure.
to what the direct D situation? Like, I'll just put myself in his shoes. I bet you if I start inviting people on YouTube over to my house, I bet you the Predvidians, the Sicko Network, I bet you they would come up with another sick Vic out of the woodwork, and then have him be coming at me like we're friends, blah blah blah, and then eventually we'll go on a fishing trip, and I think they would try to. I think that it in some instances maybe direct D's that shit, and he was an influencer on YouTube with a lot of following. That shit might have
Right.
been premeditated.
Yeah,
Along
there's a
with this
lot of.
SWAT that you were, yeah, along with this
Right.
SWAT that you were just talking about, it fits right in.
And the crazy thing about when I was swatted is that particular night I actually wasn't even drinking. Like it was just me and Sabby. She was having, I think, pizzas delivered to her door. So that was like the first whatever. Somebody was sending pizzas to her and Locke's door or whatever. And then I was getting these phone calls. I'm used to people spoofing numbers, and I answered one of them, and yes, it was a troll. And then the other ones weren't. They were actually the cops, like just calling just to say, "Hey, by the way, we got this call," because we have a protocol we already agreed even before
They
that. By the way,
can't
because
react to the protocol from a faceless claim, though, right? There'd have to be a
I'm
name
sorry.
to the claim. The snitch,
Oh yeah.
whoever called the cops, the protocol wouldn't be initiated if the snitch was faceless, would they, or nameless?
Well, what I understand is
Now I
the
do
reason.
know you could give fake names. Go ahead.
Sure, sure. Well, they spoofed my number and claimed to be me is what it was. But here's the thing: is
Oh,
yeah, Nunya
huh,
played. You can go to Nunya's channel and find it. It's all over. But
huh.
what I was told is only the feds can find out certain things that are local. A lot of local police departments can't. like, the IP address, the text now number, all that stuff. They're the ones that are able to track down certain people, faceless people, VPNs, whatever. Fill in the
I
blank.
believe there are ways. There are ways that you could probably get away with it, though.
I'm sure
Possibly
there
get a
possibly
burner
is.
device, make a burner account before even turning the device on, putting tape. I'm telling people how to do this shit, and then snap it when you're done. Throw it away. Use
Oh,
Walmart Wi-Fi. I mean, I think this shit could be possible without being caught.
I asked the same questions, to be honest with you, and again, I gotta be careful what I say. I've been, I gotta obey the law, but I did
Respect,
ask.
Gomez.
I don't know what happened. I think he had to go or something. I didn't kick anybody, obviously, except Urban. But is what they told me is there are several people involved, and they have tracked them down. I'm like, oh, and there was when
A
this
lot of
first
dumbasses out
happened.
there.
Oh yeah, when this first happened, so the following day, I there was a situation. Anyways, the detective, of course, had to follow up on everything, and they had given me some files of people, like their actual government giving names, and like, hey, are you familiar with this person? Are you familiar with this person? Are you familiar with, this list goes on. They mentioned I can't say it now, but they mentioned Vic. They mentioned a lot of people. And of course, I was like, yeah, I know this person. I know that person. I didn't know that person. One of them said incarceration. I was like, what? I said Department of Corrections, incarcerated. And I was like, what is this? He says, well, this is just one of their, I better be careful what I say, but there's possibly, allegedly, possibly one person involved that was doing this from inside of a correctional facility.
Huh.
So we'll find out when the evidence comes out, obviously, but that's all I really know, and that's all I'm allowed to know, I guess, at this point. But yeah, they did tell me. I gave him, everything that I could think of, not only then, but recently. Like I said, I said just dump my phones because I don't know how to put this all on a flash drives or whatever because there's so many terabytes. And a lot of the stuff they've already got, but there's a few channels that I did not give them in the beginning that I had to give them recently, and then they had to look into them, like Warbot. I'll just use the word Warbot. So yeah, they have his information.
He called me. He called. I don't know. This is something I've been wanting him to prove, but that little. I don't know how your cussing works, but that puss bot called me. I don't even want to say.
You can say it as long as it.
TERRORIST.
Just say it, man.
That's a. He called me a terrorist.
Are you serious?
Yeah, and he made it look like he called one other person that too, and he made it look like that we're like enemies of.
Yeah.
Did
he say
that
that
is
on a
definitely
panel?
in Minecraft. He said it on a text, on a thread of comments.
Really?
I got the screenshot. Yeah.
Are you on IG? Can you send that to me so I can I can pass that on
I don't
over?
even know what IG is. I could put it on YouTube.
Okay. Yeah, and then tag me in it if you could. At Southwest Jeff Official, all lowercase. And I can hand that if you don't mind. I can hand that over to the agent too.
I mean, he also gave me some threats that he's going to dox me and things, but I don't care about that. But he did call me a terrorist, and what I do care is I want him to elaborate, and he's been hiding for months now. He won't elaborate that one.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting how he loves to put other people's personal business out there and innocent people. Which, by the way, there's also something too. I don't mean to like change the subject just for a few minutes here, but I'm giving an example. When somebody trolls somebody to the point where they have a stroke or a heart attack or, God forbid, pass because of the stress, or they lose their job or home That is a crime, and that's another thing that we're also dealing with, because there's people in my
Oh yeah.
I'll just say my loved ones that did suffer actual situations, whether it's a health situation or a financial situation, due to these criminals that are causing that by getting them involved in something they have nothing to do with, which caused stress on them, which is just adds more to the civil and criminal aspect of all this. I'm being really careful how I word everything. I have to. So I'm being very vague, but
Yeah.
I'm also,
And they would have to go to some extremes too, because the system does seem to protect the sickos. But yeah, they could be held accountable. There are
well,
instances.
I agree with what you're saying. I'm blessed, and I'm glad that I just so happened the people, the authorities and attorneys, and somebody said, Jeff, you can't afford a return. Okay, yeah, you know my life. I have several millionaires in my family. But first off, there are lawyers that actually offered their services to me. So there's that. It's called pro bono for the idiots that don't know that. But anyways, of course, I get off on a
I
tangent.
mean,
Forget the whole
I
point
could
there.
I
But
could turn myself into a victim of all that. Now they're not stressing me, but you know, they've threatened to kill me. I don't know how many times.
Minecraft,
They
yeah.
attempt, yeah, that's definitely in Minecraft. And they attempt to slander me and tie me up with like keyword shit
Oh yeah.
and all that type of shit. It don't work on me, but I see that these little puke bags do attempt that on a lot of people, and they'll just keep nagging and nagging and nagging and nagging. And it's
Right.
somebody that puts themselves in that scenario and don't know how to take themselves out could get stressed and have a stroke. Yeah, I could see it.
And let me say
People
this:
wanting to take them to court and shit.
So Clown just said that Warbot dropped Social Security numbers so he could be the swatter. Another thing too, I wanted to say as well is
Does he?
when I finally understand. Like, remember we were arguing about what I didn't understand. I really sincerely did. And now I understand it now by weaponizing certain people. I get that now. Now I know what you mean. And then the third thing I wanted to say too, if I hope I don't forget this part, which I just did. It'll come back to me soon. But yeah,
About
people,
weaponizing, about stressing. I'm trying to help you remember.
yeah, uh,
You forgot, huh?
yeah, I wasn't completely prepared for it. Like, originally the stream today was mainly just going to be a panel, and I was going to touch up a little bit on the UD thing. I wasn't going to
Which
make
is
it the
why I jumped
title.
up.
Yeah,
I could add on a little bit to that.
and I was like, you know what? I think I'm going to put the UD thing in there. And then once I did, when I set up the stream, I'm not mentioning names, of course. A lot of people DM me with documents. I'm like, oh shoot, it's like I'm not prepared for all of this. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But like I said, I'll just have to do another one at some point, or do a video and throw it out, and then after the video is done with all the evidence, public record, and there'll be some redactions. People won't like it, but whatever. I'm going to do it the right way, and then go live afterwards. If I don't go live for that one, I'll go live afterwards. Then he can come up and he can defend himself with the public court documents. So, sorry, that noise. I still can't figure out how to turn
Okay.
that volume down on that Android, on that note, that whatever it is. But
I
yeah,
mean, with his
so
criminal history, I don't know how much you guys really got on him, but from my comprehension, there's a case, the domestic and some bus fare shit, but or
yeah.
whatever with the bus, but I, I don't know how much you really got on him on that one.
Well, I'll give the credit to the anonymous people that sent it to me, because I did know some things, but I didn't know everything. And
Yeah.
so again, like I said, I was like, oh shit. And I was hoping that one of them could come up, but maybe they want to remain anonymous. And that's fine.
Well,
And
maybe that one could be me.
could be,
Maybe.
I don't know. No, but I mean, I'm
Because
just saying.
I did come up and I was gonna ask you if you could give me like maybe 5 to 10 minutes to explain the worst thing I seen out of that character.
Sure. You if you want to, unless you already did when I was taking one of the dogs out, but I can.
No,
Uh,
I was waiting for you, and
oh,
me
okay.
and Pi were talking about something else.
Yeah, sure.
But
I'll mute up.
because you know
But,
you I guess perhaps maybe received some threats from the guy. I mean, I have too. I've heard this dude say that he's going to take me to court.
right.
That he wants to
Talking about-
strangle me.
You talking about
In
UD?
Minecraft. Yeah. In
Yeah.
Minecraft, because it hasn't happened yet, so I can say that.
Yeah, I
But
think
that's
he's,
not even what I was. That's not even the story
Oh, go ahead. Yeah, if
that I
you
was going
want
to
to
share.
talk about it. Yeah, I can mute up and unmute when I need to, or whatever. If you want to, tell your story, go ahead, man.
Yeah, I'm just taking a couple hits real quick before I
Yeah, you're
start
fine.
story time.
If I don't respond to something, it just means I had to take care of one of the dogs or run to the bathroom or
Well,
whatever.
as long as it gets you have it documented, and you could listen
yeah.
to it whenever you want. All right,
Absolutely.
I am ready.
All right, man.
So
go ahead.
I met this clown beginning of 2020, and this story takes place, and I've gathered both sides of testimony before 2020. This story took place. I don't know what year. Something tells me it's like 2018. But Mr. Slit was still on the YouTube streets. You know who Mr. Slit is. You know the main character of the story.
Right.
And he's already on the YouTube streets. And he was friendly with this guy. This guy and him were friendly. And then all of a sudden, I don't know how long. This is just from memory of testimonies. These two are not friends. And then the guy that he was friends with, I guess doxed Mr. Slit. And Mr. Slit was angry, furious. Mr. Slit needed revenge, as admitted. So what Mr. Slit did was he started a live stream. And maybe let's just say this live stream does not end the story. It could be dismissible, but he don't stop there. He started a live stream and live broadcasted the not so friendly guy anymore, his Facebook. Went to the photo gallery and found a picture of the not so much friendly anymore guy's kid in a bathtub. And now this is on a live stream. It might have not been premeditated. So everybody sees it. And I don't want to get into detail on that picture. I really don't. But it was a kid in a bathtub.
You're talking about UD?
All right.
Just to make sure.
You know how the guy, I said the guy doxed him, right? The guy doxed Mr. Slit. So Mr. Slit made a live stream and went to that guy's Facebook. Yeah. So the not so friendly guy, and found the not so friendly guy's kid, damn near a fucking infant. And everybody sees it right there. And like, holy shit. So what Mr. Slit does is he makes the stream private, like he should, right? Like, oh fuck. He made it private. That could have ended it right there. But what Mr. Slit does after that is he takes that part of the stream and turns it into a photo, and he makes hit piece videos. I don't know if you notice his editing skills. He makes like these crazy, he'll make like a 30-minute video about a shizzle, and he'll put like my fucking city and my face up there. But he did it on the not so friendly guy. He made a hit piece on YouTube. It was about 2023. Now I already met Mr. Slit by this point, but I didn't know about the situation that happened in the past. So I'm watching this dude's channel because he talked a lot of shit about me. He used to ask me to kill myself all the time in Minecraft because I never did it. but he always would say that. So I'm watching this dude's channel. I'm monitoring him. He drops a hit piece on the not so friendly guy, Sater. You could just call him Sater. He
Right.
drops a hit piece. This dude and his brother pouring ketchup on their face, and Mr. Slit adding special effects. Then towards the end of the video, blam! Guess what he shows? Kid in the bathtub. Kid in the bathtub, the same shit that he found on his live stream. So recently he admitted he dropped that kid in the bathtub on BitChute as well. And in 2025, he's still trying to blackmail people, get them to do what he wants, or he's going to show the kid in the bathtub. And
So that's when
actually,
you can I cut in?
And then you remember I asked you
yes, that's what I was
on
gonna
a
ask
PI
you.
stream to ask him.
Yes.
I asked you to ask him,
Yes.
will he promise to never exploit another innocent child ever again? And he does not regret what he does. He says he wished he would have done worse. He admits all of this. Yeah, I mean, it's documented. I've been trying to show people for a while. I mean, the dude admits he pleads guilty to this shit. He wishes he would have done worse. And 2025, he's still threatening to show that picture, admits he still has it.
Oh my goodness. Yeah,
But he
that's why
doesn't call it picture. He doesn't call it image. He doesn't call it photo. He calls it Facebook profile.
Oh my God.
Now the father, let me rewind the story. Back before I met Mr. Slit, the parents, the father and the mother were begging him to, you know, take that down, blah, blah, blah. And then he told them to take it down off their Facebook, whatever. And they took it down. Their story was he thought he cropped it, but Facebook made it full again. But he tried cropping it. So the parents took it down before 2020 off the Facebook. Mr. Slit is still threatening to show it in 2025. And I did not take a screenshot because this shit's disgusting. You could say I was a victim in 2023. I was watching this shit and I seen the fucking image. And you're just gonna have to take my eyewitness for that.
Right.
I can't prove it. I would never prove it.
I wouldn't want it on my
But
device.
I have him admitting these things. It's all documented.
Yeah.
And he says he wished he would have done worse. And that's what I wanted to share with you guys. And my channel, honestly, is the best proof for that.
Whoa. See that? I'm glad you mentioned the part about that. That's the only time I wanted to cut in to let you finish. When you said it in the chat when I was on Gomez's, ask him about the if he's going to exploit another child on YouTube, and I was like,
asked him to promise that he will never do it again.
Never do it again.
He will never make that promise. Yeah, that's what I asked you, and that's my question. I've been asking him for a long time, and he can't make that promise. He never will.
And why
you guys could all try?
Why is he looking at other people's children? And you said this is an infant,
well, at
right?
first the guy doxed him, so it started as a dox. Then it's revenge porn child photo,
right?
Is what I think it turned into, and
possible
still
CSAM.
2025, probably 2026. Well, I mean, people like Predward probably could have got a hold of it because Predward was jumping on his panels and talking WWF all the time with him at those
right.
points.
Yeah, and we talked about that on panel. I was like, you know, them and Mark Connor, they're all buddies. I mean, it's just, it's a network, and it's disgusting. And looking back now, I don't know how well you do or don't know Denise. I don't know what she goes by nowadays. Ninja something channel.
Yeah.
But she was actually right about so many things that she was trying to warn a lot of us in the pred catching community about Edward and all these people. And Clovis apparently had CSAM, and there was all this stuff, and we thought she was crazy. And literally almost everything she said, I am learning not only behind the scenes, but by other people as well that she is actually right about a lot of this stuff. And think about it. She was warning us before even the first paperwork came out about Predward Stairs. You know, the whole Massachusetts going to Texas, the ring, the ped ring, and all that stuff, and just all kinds of this stuff. And we were like, oh, she's crazy. I'm beginning to think maybe she's not so crazy after all. She's an intelligent older lady that's just trying to get the truth out to us younger people. Like, hey, you guys need to be careful. What's your thoughts on Denise
How
on that? Do you think I'm in the right
how
path
come
here?
in 2024 she was making up stories for Mr. Danny Boy? She was telling everybody, oh, he was just urinating in public, is what she would say about Danny Boy. And I
Denise said
was the
that?
type of guy that didn't even know who Danny was. Yes, Denise said that. I
See that?
learned about Danny from watching Denise, and then I found Danny on Scants and Mr. Slits, and I played a few clips recently on my channel, and those were my experiences after I heard Denise tell me he pissed in public.
Bullshit.
He got some nefarious charges. But I think Denise is different nowadays. I wonder what's up with the little flip flop. I don't know.
Yeah. She was on, she made an appearance on,
I
I don't know
think
if
I got
Sam's
that
here
clip
or
too.
not, but yeah, I don't have a computer. I can't do anything.
Well, I think you're spot on. I think she's right about some things. I've been listening to her for a long time, actually.
Yeah.
Because some of it, I don't take her seriously, but I don't think she's a fool. But I mean, all right, how about this? Jeff, if Denise tells you, you know who PI for Hire, have you ever interacted with that channel that was just on your panel not too long ago?
Oh, of course, yeah. I mean, yeah.
Okay, what if she told you that he was responsible, pardon me if I say this name wrong, for the Port Neches refinery explosion?
Oh, if I
Would you
would
say
believe it
that
or not?
would you believe her?
No. And of course, I would look it up just to make sure, but no, I
I
wouldn't
don't know
believe her
about
right off the
responsible,
bat.
but she said he's part of it.
Yeah,
Or one or the other.
if he was, I don't think he would be free. You know what I mean? I think
And
he would.
all right, let me just tell you, she does in fact spread these things. She even comes to my channel and trying to say it to me too. Now, okay, I give her a chance. All right, let's talk about it, prove it. Then she said I'm like a cross-examining fucking whatever, and she didn't answer questions after that point. I've asked her a lot of questions through the years, and I think that just like maybe MSM, you might get some truths from her, and you might get some other shit.
Right. Yeah, I get
And
you.
that's what I think about Denise and her making shit up for Danny Boy, and some of the things she said about me. I don't know.
Right. So if I think somebody's restreaming me, beware. My channel is trademarked, and so anybody that's restreaming me, you might want to stop. We do have attorneys, civil and criminal attorneys, defense attorneys and whatnot, or prosecuting, blah 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 blah. Anyways, just throwing that out there. That's why the banner says no rebroadcasting allowed. Only permitted people on panel may utilize the panel share option, etc., and so on. And obviously, there's the other part of that. But they might want to be a little careful about restreaming my content. Just FYI, without my permission. This is copyrighted content from a monetized channel. So anything that's on my channel, and my image, by the way, is also trademarked now. It's also copyrighted. So they might want to be careful going around using my image, my name, whether it be my real name, government name, or my screen name, etc. Just FYI, I'm just giving a friendly warning. I would rather give friendly warnings and people stop and and just leave it at that. You know what I mean? But there are people that are so ignorant and they just don't understand it, or they're the term criminal minds. They even had was it a series or a movie or something called Criminal Minds. There are people that are like that. They're just too ignorant to understand. Um, that's their life, but they just don't care. Some people are, like I said many times before, they're institutionalized. They've been in and out of jail and prison their entire life, and they don't care because they're institutionalized. They'd rather have that free 3 hots and a cot. I gotta take my dog out, brother. I am so sorry. Do you mind holding the fort down for just as long as it takes her to go? I knew this was gonna happen.
Yeah, I got you.
Or I can play a song, but if you're cool talking to the crowd, you say what you want to say.
I'll try to talk. Yeah,
I appreciate it. I'll be back as soon as I get back. Gotta
I'll
take her
just
out real
look at
quick.
the chat.
All right.
Yeah, I mean, I know people like that. Well, I guess I should say I knew people like that throughout my life. I don't know if it's that they're ignorant. I think it's they're looking for loopholes, and if they fail, it's like lesson learned. I'm gonna get better at this, and they get more clever and they get more shisty through the loopholes. And when it comes to criminals, like whatever, like I don't. If you go and steal something from a store, I'm gonna laugh, honestly. But if you go and harm people or fuck with people, steal their identity or harass, now that's different. That's different. And I can't put myself in those shoes. I just can't do it. Pat Con, what up? Tully, Ivan
Okay.
Raids, Clown,
Sorry about that. The dog's gonna
Liz,
wants to eat first, and then I'll probably have to take her out as soon as she's done. So I'm back for right now.
Blazing. Yeah, that's why I don't have a canine, because they're like fucking so much responsibility, constant
Yeah.
nagging. They're dope though. Don't get me wrong.
Oh yeah. I mean, I love animals. I mean, I've had cats, dogs my whole life, but most of the animals we have, including the cats that we had, they were always house trained, but there are laws with pit bulls, of course, and we got to be careful with pit bulls. So I do have to take her out on a leash. The dog we had before, we just opened the door. They'd run out, 15 feet into the desert area, do their thing, and run right back in. But with pit bulls, I have to, by law, obviously, take them out on a leash. I have to physically take them out, so it's a little bit more difficult. But it's all
Yeah,
good.
I don't know how to feel about that, because just I've been attacked by so much motherfucking dogs while I'm riding my bike. Be out in the country
No.
riding my bike, dude, and the people, normally their dogs run around and then fucking eat me to shreds. Bastards.
Oh no! I remember when I was growing up in
There's
Dallas,
reasons
Fort
why laws
Worth.
are created.
Yeah,
What?
when I was growing up in Dallas, Fort Worth area, the middle school I was going to, we'd all walk, and I was always this dude was he was a I don't know which martial art it was, but he was also a detective. He was a cop, but he had a dojo, and he was like whatever degree black belt, but he had this boxer. I guess they're called a boxer, mix pit bull boxer mix, and this dog
Badass
just,
dog.
oh yeah, but scary as hell. We were all scared of this dog, and we knew that this dog was capable of jumping the fence, and so it was that kind of thing. And it was like, oh boy. And then a few times we'd get on our
Boxers are kind of
bicycles.
tall too.
Oh yeah. but the worst part wasn't walking past the house. It was riding our bicycles past the house. Cause
Oh yeah.
and there was a couple times that, yeah, the boxer would jump the fence and start coming after us. We're like, oh shit, or sitting there trying to haul ass. Thankfully nobody ever got bit.
That's what I was just gonna ask.
Yeah, but they can be mean. I mean,
Dude, I've had an instance like that when we were kids. This motherfucking, I don't even know what this dog was, dude. It was a long time ago, but it was a big motherfucker. It got my brother. Then, like a couple years later, it got me.
Oh no!
And like, I knew better, and I was on a bike. I was, but there's like this fucking part of a property you could cut through, like
yeah.
But you know that dog is chained up, and you got to kind of squeeze in there. And we always did it, but it finally got me.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Let me tell you one story. I'll probably shut this down here in a little bit, but there's this. So I was probably 13. In fact, I'm pretty sure I was 13 years old. And, we were doing, as kids do, we do stupid things or whatever. And we were like the high schoolers would always mess with us, right? Because, we were 13. They were, 17, 18, whatever. And they'd always mess with us. So what we would do is we'd go to the end in most of the suburbs of Dallas, the alleys are actually way more busy than the actual streets. That's where and people were more neighborly. So, everybody associated in the alley, in the alleyway. So we would be riding our bikes, doing whatever. Well, at this time we were walking, we were on foot, and we went to the end of the alley. And when we recognized the people that were talking shit, bullying us, if you will, drive by, there'd be like a group of us, and we're like, 12, 13, 14 years, whatever. And they would drive by and we would cuss them out. And as soon as we heard the screeching of the tires, of course we ran, because we knew we weren't going to we can't kick their ass, And that dog I was telling you about, that was one of the times it jumped out. We ended up in the backyard. One of the neighbors had no clue. We didn't know the neighbor, it was down the street. And anyways, the dog obviously took off and we woke up, and you remember the movie Revenge of the Nerds 2? There's a reason why I'm saying, sorry about that.
Yeah.
Phone. Well, we smelled the smell. And we're like, is that what I think it is? Mary Jane. And we looked up, and this person was illegally growing in their backyard. And we said, we've got Bush! Like they did on Revenge of the Nerds too. And we're like, oh my gosh. And they were ready for harvest. And we were like, okay, we're out of here. And we grabbed as much plants as we possibly could and took off with all this freaking bud. And that was kind of funny, a little funny story there. But at least nobody got bit again. I mean, if we hadn't to jump that fence, yeah, we probably would have got bit. But
did those high schoolers ever fuck you up?
No, nope, they never did.
Like catch you off guard one day and just beat the living fuck out of you?
They tried to, but my neighbors that were their age or around their age or maybe even a little older, they protected us. Like, they was like, get out of here, just go away, because whatever. Their status in school was higher up than the bully's status, if you will. So thankfully, yeah, we probably would have, but if it wasn't for a few people in our neighborhood, yeah, we would have got our asses kicked. But thankfully nothing happened. So, but
dude, when
hey,
I was
Kim.
about that same age, I must have been like 13, 14 years old. These two guys, we were at the basketball court at a park, and nobody else was there. It was abandoned. Yeah. And these two guys pulled up in a car. I think they were like in their 20s. Mm-hmm. And I just remember that they were like ripping on the way I was dressed and my friend was dressed. Mm-hmm. And we straight up got our asses beat for, like, I thought they were going to kill us. This dude's
Yeah,
yelling and
Minecraft.
screaming and slamming my face in the cement. And
Yeah.
they drug us to the railroad tracks and like just kicking our ass. I think we got our asses kicked for like 30, 40
Jeez.
minutes, dude.
Wait, so
I thought I
you're
was gonna
saying
die.
that
And they were bigger, like I couldn't get away from them, dude. Neither
right?
one
You're
of us.
saying
We
they
were
were in their
fucked.
20s and you were in your early
I don't
teens?
know. It seemed like they were in their 20s. They might have been younger.
Right.
They were
That's
older than me.
crazy.
But I just remember like and I just remember like just getting fucked up for a long time, like torture.
Oh my God. I'm sorry to hear that, man. That's crazy. I don't know if you're, if you're Gen X or not, but like I see these videos. You know that comedian? He does a lot of shorts, like reacting to people doing stupid things, like the Everclear challenge or whatever. His name is he goes by Dan something Reagan comedy. Dan Reagan comedy.
No,
But he,
I've never heard of him.
he is so hilarious, and me being a Gen X myself, I get it. He's people because you see these Gen Zers or whatever, like, how come when I don't understand Gen X? They, these girls are doing a little Valley talk or whatever. It's like, I don't understand why their parents, the baby boomers, let their kids go out all day long. Da 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 da. He's like, well, because we had to, and when the lights came on, the street lights came on,
Street
we knew
lights.
it was time to go home, you know? And, but here's the thing is times are different. Like back then, sure, there was some danger involved, letting your teenage kids or even some younger kids go out and bike ride and play and whatever. And we did, we went to the football field, we went to the lake, went fishing, went to the creeks. We get golf balls and sell them to the
Were
golfers at the
you in
country club.
gangland or no? Did you live in gangland? Don't dox your location, but were you in the
No,
boondocks? Were you in gangland? Just a normal
just a normal
subdivision?
suburb. Yeah, just a
Oh,
normal
okay.
suburb.
I
But
was gonna say there's a lot of areas where people, not only children, but other people get caught up in gang shootings, like just in the crossfire. Happens a
Minecraft,
lot.
yeah, yeah, I heard about that. I guess somebody said Urban Disciple went live. Well, if he's going to incriminate himself, that's up to him. He can do what he wants on his channel, but well,
Oh,
that's what it
thank
is.
you for letting me up, Jeff.
Hey, no problem. I'm gonna
And
probably end this off here. I again
yeah, he's
originally.
probably gonna talk about you, I think,
Oh, I'm
if he
sure.
started a live stream.
I'm sure. But originally, like I was talking about this last night that a couple days ago I mentioned, I was like, I'm gonna have a panel at some point, but I really didn't have a specific subject necessarily when I first thought of this. I was just gonna have an open panel and just whatever happens, happens. And then that thing happened on, Gomez's channel, and then so I was like, okay, I'm going to add that to the title. And then when I added it and I set up the stream, then I started getting the document sent to me, some documents and stuff. I'm like, oh my goodness. And I was like, I don't have the space nor the time or anything to get all this together, but I want to at least put it out there that Urban Disciple, aka Ryan, um, is in fact this, that, and the third that we talked about. And I'm gonna have to get all this together. Maybe somebody else will beat me to it, and that's fine. That saves the work for me. But I'm just saying there is some stuff, and there's a lot of other stuff too that I won't say because I don't have the receipts to literally put it out there. Like you said, some things too, and obviously we don't want to see the receipts on the child thing, and
Well,
nobody
I do
wants to
have
see
the
that.
receipts, and in a form of speaking, I do. I have him admitting
Sure.
all these things. So that's the only receipt I can
Oh,
provide.
gotcha. So you got the audio of him admitting to,
Testimonies.
yeah. And then when you
Yes.
said he was going to go worse, why would somebody, an
I
innocent
have that audio
child?
too.
Wow. And to think about that,
So I do in a way have some type of evidence on my channel.
sure, absolutely. Oh, what did Gomez say here? Hold on, let me put it on the chisel. You should check out who Wait, check out who checked in at Urban's chat. LOL, Mr. Muffin himself. I don't know who Mr. Muffin is, but you know who? Oh, I'm sure you know who's Mr. Muffin.
No, I don't, but I just would never dismiss what people say. I would just I'd probably just go look and see what he's talking about.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you coming up. I'm going to end it. I got to take care of these dogs. I was going to try to go longer tonight, but it's just I have a feeling it's just not going to happen. So I'm going to end it.
Peace out,
I'll
man. Respect.
Hey, respect, man. I appreciate you, brother. You take care of yourself. Hey, tag me on
It's
that
been so
thing, by
long
the way.
since I used the device. How do I what was I supposed to tag you in? What was it again? Fuck.
Oh shoot, you're asking the wrong guy. You know my memory sucks. I think it was the
Mine
we're gonna
too.
post.
I'll rewind and find out. I'll rewind and
Yeah.
find out. I'm just trying to figure out how to leave the chat because I'm on a different device.
All right, I
This button.
appreciate. I'm gonna go ahead and end this. It has a little 2 minute or whatever it is, little guitar thing, you know. And then, all right, guys, I appreciate y'all being here. This was kind of a shit show, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of organization put into this. Like I said, a lot of this was last minute stuff that I received right before I went live. I was just gonna touch on that and speak my piece. But anyways, I appreciate y'all being here. Um, anyways, all right. Asta la pasta. Google that, guys. Google Asta la pasta. What's up, Pikachu? I've been Raids. How you doing? Wait, Jeff. Yeah, I know. It's being documented. Don't worry. But yeah, I appreciate it. But yeah, y'all Google Asta la pasta since Urban thinks it's a secret term for something. Chisel, appreciate you. Gomez, everybody that came up except for UD, of course. I want nothing to do with that guy. I'm sure I'll have to see him in probably a possible court setting at some point. I don't know. I'm just saying there might be a possibility. All right, hustle the pasta, everybody. I'm gonna end it later.